Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Alien Addict. This is the show we discuss all things UFOs and aliens to the paranormal. Now, pursuits into the mysteries or the unexplained. Welcome on in, guys. So, bit of a change of scenery today, isn't it? It's so I have to explain something. We've got two streams going live at the moment. So, StreamYard has added a vertical stream, which is specifically for mobile phones, and you also got the landscape view. So, I have put the link in the description for the landscape view, which I'm pretty sure a majority of you people are watching this at the moment. So, yeah, but happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. And yes, back to, I could guess this is like German UFOs part 7, I guess. I mean, it's speculative in regards of what actually crashed at Roswell. And I've had this feeling about Roswell for many years. And it's the same feeling as what Hidden's feeling as well, is that the fact we just don't go near it purely because, now let me just explain. Now, yes, it's the granddaddy of all, alien crash at Roswell, 1947. So we're dating back nearly, 80 years now, I think, thereof. But in that 80 years or so, there's been so much books, so much information, people that insert themselves into the Roswell topic, whether or not they're telling the truth or not. And it's all over the place. And I think you can go down so many different avenues, different down rabbit holes. And I think you ain't really going to know the truth. But today is something that I find absolutely fascinating. It's a relatively new concept. Well, I say new. I mean, the author today, Joseph P. Farrell, which I'd love to get on the show, has really put forward the idea that whatever crashed at Roswell was actually Nazi technology, yes, or a German craft, so to speak. So we will get into it today. I've got so much to go through because I thought, well, if I talk about that, I've got to talk about Roswell. If I've got to talk about Roswell, I've got to talk about NJ12 documents. If I've got to talk about NJ12 documents, I've got to talk about other stuff. So it's like a mixed bag today. So I'm going to break things down in more or less perspective. More, I could say, evidence, documented sort of evidence I'm bringing forward today through books and everything. So hopefully things might be a bit clearer, but let's just go through chat anyway. So Sophia, nice to see you. Oh my God, they're pissing down with rain. Unbelievable. I'm British. I'm allowed to piss and moan about the rain. It's the weather is what we always complain about, but it has not stopped, man. But I hope you're doing well. But yes, I would agree with you on that one. Russians and the British as well as part of that. So John P. Adventures, John, man, hope you're doing well. And I'd love to have a little conversation with you at some point. Have a little interview again. So have a little catch up. Would be nice, man. Yes, it was. It's the Germans, one true Saxon. How's it going, man? And say hello to Bobby for me as well. And I hope you're both doing well. I've got Corbell's cat. Nice to see you, man. Green Tea. I forgot quite a do. Oh, you're on Green Tea. You're on the vertical mode, the portrait mode. I can see you got a little mobile phone. But if you come out, go on Alien Addict's main YouTube channel. The link for the widescreen is on there. It's just 2 live streams, all right? So just in case it gets a bit... You need to see, because I've got so much to show today, like in terms of documents, and some old photographs of me looking like a girl again. But Bob Lazar, where's Bob? We'll get to you, Bob, in a minute. Hey, Paul Dima, nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Is that the Aurora you're talking about? Atmospheric river over US. Oh, right, sorry. Oh, right. Is that really Aurora? I know. That's what I'm trying to find that recently. It's kind of hard to find. Hey, man. How's it going? Nice to see you. Welcome on in. I can't pronounce your name properly. I do apologize. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, man. Who else have we got? We've got Rebecca. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, we'll get to that. Military bases and all that. So, and yeah, Annie Jacobson, she did a lot of books, or a book on Project Paperclip. Yes, Project Paperclip. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Sophia. Rebecca, I keep confusing the two. There you are. Bob, was it you who created that video on Twitter with me and Hidden? I was speaking to Hidden the other day. I was like, did Bob Lazar actually do that? If so, thank you so much. I'm just interested to see what software you used. Is it Grok? Because I tried to use it on Grok, and I think you've got to be subscribed. You've got to pay monthly. So I don't really dabble in AI, but if it was you, thank you so much. Well, once again, but I hope you're doing well, man. And yeah, welcome to the show. Marcos Fishlock, how's it going, man? It's your birthday. Happy birthday. How old are you? Never ask a lady its birthday. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Don't just playing. But everyone, wish Marcos Fishlock a happy birthday. Hope you're doing well, man. And enjoy that cake, the emoji cake, or come 420 and pour yourself a lovely adult beverage, as I'll be doing here today. Have I missed anyone? Oh, yeah. Mark Jeffrey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I think that is everyone. Am I caught up? Oh, One True Saxon, yes. Oh, no. Rematrix. Oh, my God. I got to read today, so I'm screwing up my words already. So, yeah, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. I think that's everyone all the way down. Oh, and John Strokes, of course, of course. So, right, today, your cock and balls, we're talking about, yes, German technology. Well, kind of, because with Roswell, like I said, there's so many different avenues you can go down. And there's been so many books predating the internet when you think about it. And it's mentioned all the time in the books and magazines I've got here. Well, specifically the magazines, always Roswell and Area 51 gets brought up. But today, what I'm going to do is bring up the research of Joseph P. Farrell. Before I do that, let's bring up something. Leading up to. Okay. This little quote here from Scully. Actually, no, I got the thing here, and I think it's quite truthful.
Mulder, the truth is out there. But so are lies.
Yes, so are lies. Absolutely. What's that? Oh, yes, I was at a church the other day. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly get through my things. Look at that. It's pretty good, isn't it? Not bad. Not bad at all. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, the fog is back. I'm not blaming on toxic fog once again. We'll get to that a bit later. But these little shots I'd taken the other day in the street, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Look at that. Awesome, awesome. Oh, yeah, by the way, the glow came back again in a different area. And I was like, oh, what's this all about? And it came close. It was actually a stadium. So there we go. That's one thing debunked. But yes, today we are talking about Roswell. Yes, Roswell, New Mexico. The crash, the alleged alien crash. Now, if I say to you, Roswell, New Mexico, 1947, what immediately comes to your mind? Aliens, isn't it? Little green men. That's the first thing that pops up into people's mind. And I think over time, what's happened with Roswell, I'm just going to change the layout here on vertical mode. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. That's fine. So I think over time, what's happened with Roswell is that the social engineering side of pushing the fact that an actual extraterrestrial craft actually crashed at Roswell. Now, obviously, this is the headline here. So this is the original headline on July the 8th, 1947. RAF captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region. And you would think to yourself, well, first of all, why would they put that out there? Why would they actually put that sort of article out there? Is it part of a psyop? Or maybe there's something else involved with this. It just seems quite outlandish. I mean, all right, 1947. It was 2 years after World War II. Everything's a bit shit, due to the pre-war. Sort of rebuilding what's been lost, obviously the loss of lives. But were people looking into, for instance, like Foo Fighters were spotted in World War II, but the US Army and the B-52 bombers seeing these Foo Fighters said they were actually German technology, not extraterrestrials. That came in later on in pretty much in the 90s. I'm going to be honest with you, looking back through the backtrack record of Foo Fighters and what was explained for Foo Fighters. But this was back 1947 as German technology. Now, obviously, the Germans were way ahead in terms of aviation, weaponry, advanced technology. And one term that was brought forward is miracle weapon systems. That was pretty much on the cards of what the British and the Americans, what the Allies were practically saying. Sorry, guys, if I'm missing chat. I've got so much to go through today. Hey, man, how's it going? Nice to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, sorry, guys. I'll have to do one of those things. I've got so much to talk about, but yeah. Okay, cool. I'm just grabbing everything up properly. That there, and that's there. Okay. So yes, the Germans were extremely advanced, but did they build anti-gravity flying saucers, or whatever crashed at Roswell was possibly some sort of jet propulsion system? I'm not necessarily saying like the Bell or D Glocker was involved in this one. But we're going to get through it. We're going to go through some documents, and I've got everything in bullet points, because what I'm going to do is, first of all, yeah, okay. I just saw that photograph. Hold on. Let's go back, because I want to get things right, because I've got so much to talk about. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I bought a book on eBay, and I don't know what the hell it is. So I'm going to open it live on stream today at some point. But we get Roswell out the way. Hey, Sheep Pop, nice to see you. How's it going? Nice to see you. And happy Friday. And they're pissing down with rain, isn't it? Stop complaining about the weather. Right, okay, right. So Roswell, what the hell was Roswell about? Let's bring this up a bit bigger. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so let's just do. I'll just get through chat quickly. Grey Clay 2, how's it going, man? Yes, live long and prosper. And to you too, man. How's it going? Ant Woodward, 50 Shades of Grey. Anyway, right. Let's bring my notes up, because let's just go through. Right, we've got MJ12 documents. We've got the memorandum to get through. So much. So let's go through the beginning. What was Roswell, New Mexico? So let's go through it. So debris were actually found. I mean, I just put it through bullet points. I don't want to go through the whole context. Hey, Mark G, how's it going, man? I don't think I said hello to you, but how's it going? Nice to see you. But I'm not going to dwell too much on Roswell. I want to really get into the documents to suggest what actually crashed was kind of related to German, but basing everything on Joseph P. Farrell's research, which I'll get to in a minute. All right. But I do encourage people who are watching this, Sophia, Pagani Productions. If you want, go check out the landscape view, which is, if you click on the Alien Addict main channel, you'll actually see it on there. Cheers, man. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. I do appreciate it. I do the best I can. Oh, no, it's covering him up on the vertical screen. Oh, yeah. But no, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yes, let's go back to the beginning of Roswell. Just going to go through bullet points, and we're going to get into the documents and everything, because I think it's quite important to go through. So, Mac Brazel. I'm just going to stick with this picture for the time being. So he was basically worked on a ranch, and he found this debris on the Forester Ranch, 75 miles north of Roswell. I'm going to put this a bit bigger, because I don't want you looking at me. We're reading. Don't judge. So what he describes, Mac Brazel, who's the ranch owner, did describe seeing long, thin, stringy, sticky. I don't know where the sticky comes from. This was a bit odd. Again, it's like different scenarios, but this is almost like stick-like pieces. Now, metallic tinfoil-like material that would had bend on easy on command, but would actually retract on. It's a bit, imagine like tinfoil scrunching it up, and if you opened it up again, it would just go vroom, up into like a thin sheet of paper into its original purpose. So some of these materials were a sheet of rubber-like materials, but no engines, no electronics, and no bodies at this point. Okay, this is where the story sort of it begins, first of all, but the bodies scenario doesn't really get into fruition until a couple of years later. Take a swig of my tea. Right. Okie dokie. So on July the 6th and July the 7th, in those 2 days of 1947, so the military does get involved. Now, Brazel reported the debris to the local sheriff, George Wilcock, who passed the information on to the RAAF intelligence successfully. But he was talking to Major Jesse Marcel, Captain Sheridan. I'm going to pronounce these names absolutely wrong. And they visited the ranch. They visited the ranch and collected the materials. But again, as I'm going through the story, like the basic story, the beginning stories of Roswell, there's no mentions of bodies being found, none whatsoever. So obviously the infamous press release, this was on July the 8th, you can see right there, 1947, which says that a flying saucer was recovered on a ranch in the Roswell region. All right, so you got to ask yourself, why would they put that out there? As a distraction? Is it for PSYOP? Was it to cover their tracks on something else? All right. So 24 hours later, the redacted their actual accounts, saying that this was basically tin foil, like a radar system. Project Mogul didn't come into the fruition until the 1990s, I believe, where that was like the official explanation for it. We'll get to that in a minute. But it was basically blamed on a weather balloon. All right, so that was the official story that came out afterwards. It's basically a weather balloon sort of tracking weather and amongst other things as well. So that's what the materials were seen. There's that famous photograph. I don't have the photograph of Marcel down on the ground, actually looking at, not Marcel, it is Marcel. Sorry, I'm not too familiar with the names and all that, but I remember it was Marcel himself down on the ground looking at the tin foil, and I remember from his son was saying that the materials were actually swapped over, but the ones that were supposed to be there in the original first place for the local press release to come and actually take photographs, there was actually metal-like material and not tin foil. So I think there's some misinformation here. Like I said, it's all over the place when it comes to Roswell. You might get the basic story, but it goes like all over the place in terms of credible information. So yes, in 1994 and 1997, so we're going to skip right ahead at the moment. So the Air Force did declassify files revealing that the debris were almost certain from Project Mogul, which was a highly classified program at the time. And this was using long-range strings of high-altitude balloons, carried acoustics and sensors that meant to detect Soviet nuclear tests, equipment including radar reflected materials, wood and reflected materials were actually used at that point for these weather balloons, and instruments that would seem strange to civilians. Really? I don't know. I mean, I'm not stereotyping here, but, the people that live on the ranch and farms, they haven't not seen technology. And I'm pretty sure they can tell it's a flipping balloon and not an extraterrestrial craft. This is it. It's who's reliable on information, who we're going to trust here. So obviously, that was dismissed by the UFO community, Project Mogul, which they said that, oh, hey, Carlos, the Skywatcher, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. And William, nice to see you both. Welcome to the show. Yes, it does get quite interesting, actually. It's all over the place. There's like so many different rabbit holes to go down on this one. But in terms of Project Mogul, I think we can leave that out purely because they wanted to debunk the extraterrestrial side, because that, as I say, 1994 to 1997, I think it was called Project. Oh my God, no, it was Project something case closed or something like that. Roswell incident case closed. It was, like I said, a document that was brought out, the official case closed scenario for Roswell, and they obviously blamed Project Mogul for the alien bodies because they were using test dummies. But the thing is with that, Project Mogul actually started in 1942 and not 1947. See what I mean? So that was easily debunked quite quickly. So again, they're obviously lying about a lot of things. And yes, again, the military flip-flopped so many different scenarios. Right, the alien bodies. So what we are dealing here with this guy, sorry, going through here. There we go. So the thing is with Roswell, slow down, Nick. Take a swig of your tea, brother. There we go. Right, so the alien bodies, this didn't come out until the late 70s. All right. So we're talking about 30 years later after the event. But what we are dealing with here, guys, is really second to third hand witness testimonies and accounts, really. So with claims with no physical evidence, some of the memories can be distorted over the decades. This is it. This is a scenario that we're dealing with here. Again, I'm not denying the people that may have been involved. It's people, especially the young children that was visited by Air Force, I know, some sort of military personnel, and actually threatened. So, but at the same time, guys, look, I'm not dismissing these people, but you do get people insert themselves into the topic and into ufology because they want to get. Grifting is one word, I think it's an outdated word at the moment in ufology, to be honest with you, but it just comes with the territory. You will get people that want to take advantage of the scenario, because bear in mind, in the 1990s, Roswell was a massive case. It was huge. It gets brought up in the magazines like all the time in the 1990s. But like I said, we are really dealing with second to third witness testimonies here. All right. And obviously the legend was born from that. But what's interesting about this is the MJ12 documents. Oh, hold on. What's that? Oh, that's a bit for later. I want to get to the MJ12 documents because a lot of people believe that this is actual legit documents, and I should have really done an actual show on it first. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring up the actual documents itself. I want the original ones, which is, well, I'm going to show you the FBI one, which is, oh, hold on, not that one. Let's get out of that because I can put it a bit bigger. That's what she said. Way, there we go. Right, Majestic 12 or MJ12 documents. Okay, right. Let's get into perspective. The people that's watching this on vertical stream, for Christ's sake, come over to the landscape view because you need to see this. Well, don't worry, I'll describe it. Don't worry. So what we are seeing here, let's bring my notes up. So what are basically the MJ12 documents? So these documents describe a secret group called MJ12, supposedly composed of top military leaders, scientists, and intelligence officers. Now, according to the papers, this group was created after the alleged UFO crash near Roswell, New Mexico, in July of 1947. The documents claimed MJ12 was tasked with, get this, right, recovering crashed UFOs, studying extraterrestrial technology, keeping the existence of alien secrets from the public, managing disinformation to control the narrative. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? So yes, that was part of the documents. Now, how do the documents come into surface? This is the thing. This is where it gets a bit tricky. Hey, Spirited Kenny, nice to see you, man. Welcome on in. Happy Friday, brother. So what I'm going to go through is where did these documents really come from? All right. So the first document appeared anonymously in 1984. Now, this was delivered on a roll of film to a UFO researcher, a bit like UMO. Again, you have these anonymous people send this information out. It's a bit like the Eric Burleson sort of video with the Hellfire rocket hitting the UFO. But it's like, no one knows whose video it belongs to. This is it. So once again, it seems to be a very reoccurring thing for ufology. So yes, this was actually delivered to a UFO researcher on a roll of film. Now, the photocopies of the additional documents circulated later, but no original physical documents have ever been. What word did I say there? Well, authentic. I spelled that word wrong. Authenticity. Fucking idiot. Yeah. So are they real? This is it. This is the thing I'm battling with at the moment because there is another document we need to go through, and we're going to balance the 2 out. Okay. So the U.S. government has stated that they were hoaxes. Check this out. I will put all links in description because they did that. Bogus. So you can find this on the FBI.gov website. If you put in Majestic 12, this will come up. So obviously someone was like, this is all fake. And look, it's easy to fake a document. Very, very easy. And I can get fooled by this. Oh, yes. Absolutely. So yeah, they printed bogus on it. So so yes, they obviously saying that this was obviously hoax. There are some formats of errors indicating that it's not from 1940s or 1950 government documents because the typewriter was actually they use a specific typewriter to actually create these classified documents. I think that was one way. This might be a government excuse here. Not too sure, so don't quote me on that one. This is just like the mainstream. It is kind of like mainstream sort of scenario with this. So the debunk for this. They have analyzed showing that mismatch of typewriting fonts as well. So signatures that appear copied and pasted, and no corroboration in official archives showing this document. I mean, this would be very deep. So, yeah, even more UFO researchers considered them as fabrication, possibly a disinformation or private hoax. There are some arguments to sort of bring forward. So there are multiple signatures that appeared copied and pasted from other documents. Obviously, this is back on the debunk side because there's a lot of things that are very sketchy with this document.
And obviously, there was several people that named on this document suggesting that they were involved in knowing of the extraterrestrial crash that crashed at Roswell, basically saying that they had no involvement. All right. Well, can't check James Forrestal because he allegedly jumped out a window and ended his life. So, yes, that is basically the MJ12 documents. All right. So you can't really find out whether or not it's actually real or genuine. I know Stanton Freeman, God bless him, as a UFO researcher, no longer with us. He believes that these are real. But if you believe it, if it's real or not, the MJ12 documents do become hugely influential in ufology, I have to admit. It definitely has helped to shape the modern UFO conspiracy and a narrative. I mean, like government cover-ups, secret alien technologies, like hidden elites controlling UFO information. It helps with the UFO lore, it's basically where we are now. Okay, so you understand the MJ12 documents, all right? So I want to get through what Joseph P. Farrell talks about, because we're going to go through the document of the MJ12, but we're also going to go through something called the I forgot the name of it. We'll get to that in a minute. But what I'm going to show you today, guys, before we go on, it's just a line of research that I do. Now, I love books. I find them. Like I said, I bought a book and I have no idea what it. I literally no idea what it is. I bought it off eBay. I don't know if it's from. No, I don't think it's from America. So I'm looking forward to it. It's been there for like 4 days, so I'm waiting for the show. But yeah, I love books. I love holding something. It's a bit like a music fan going out buying a vinyl or CD. Used to open up a pamphlet, look at the lyrics, look at the artist's impressions and all that. I think it's quite good. So that's me. I'm an old school person when it comes to researching. But today's research is based upon one book. But there are a couple of books that I've got on Joseph P. Farrell, which I quite like to get on the show, to talk about the Bell Project. If there is a project that the Germans did or were working on during World War II, and that is definitely the Bell Project, the Die Glocke. Okay, so there were some sort of advanced technologies going on. But in terms of anti-gravity, I can't figure the proper word for it, but I did like the Hannah Boom real flying saucers, that sort of anti-gravity, tachyon drives, that's the word I'm trying to think of. It seems a bit bogus, because if that technology went into the hands of the Americans in the 1950s, actually 1940s, straight after World War II, 1945, and this Hannah Boom real flying saucers were perfected, why was the Americans studying anti-gravity technology in the 1950s? Makes you think. I think I smoked a bit too much before the show. Shit. Anyway, the show must go on. So one show, one book. See, I told you. Yes, Reich of the Black Sun, Nazi Secret Weapons and Cold War Allied Legends, Joseph P. Farrell. Awesome. That's one of them. I've got this one. I strongly recommend the SS Brotherhood of the Bell. The Nazi Incredible Secret Technology. And I have to admit, very, very good. It goes very sciencey into the actual device itself. But today's topic is this one. So I strongly recommend picking up this book. This is what the research is based on today. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any videos on Joseph P. Farrell talking about this, because otherwise I was showing it. But don't worry, we've got some other stuff to show as well on the guide. But yeah, this is it. Roswell and the Reich, the Nazi connection. And this goes through basically what happened in Roswell. Whatever crashed at Roswell was actually Nazi technology, but also goes into, like, for instance, one conspiracy that the fact that microchips, Kevlar vests, bulletproof vests. Oh my God, there was another one as well. Lasers as well came from the alien crash at Roswell. But the fact is, the Germans were perfecting that in World War II, believe it or not. Even microchips, believe it or not. So, yeah, go check it out. It actually breaks down all the technology as well in terms of what the Germans were basically developing. So, yes, that is the book we're going to go through today. Let's bring this up. So, what does Joseph P. Farrell think of? I'm just going to check if I've got anything else here I can bring up. No, we're going to keep it to that photograph. Okay. Where's that photograph? No. Is that it? Oh no, it's not. There it is. That's the photograph. There we go. Is that the actually original crash near this area? Because I was thinking about going to Contact in the Desert next year. Yes, Dark Journalist, mate. I've been looking through his videos today, and I couldn't find the part where Joseph P. Farrell talks about what I want to talk about, because I have to talk about it, which is fine. It's all good. But yeah, Dark Journalist, definitely, he's on the ball when it comes to ufology, for sure. And it actually brings up a pretty good quote, actually, one of the videos I'm going to show. Right, but first things first, what does Joseph P. Farrell think of the MJ12 documents? Let's bring up MJ12 documents. Hold on. Oh, fucking hell. Which one is it? Is it that one? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Right. This is the original one that has no bogus thing on it. Right. So it's not going to look authentic. It's just so you can read for yourself, basically, the people involved. So this is a copy of a copy, basically. So it's not going to look all grainy. It's just showing you that basically what is involved here is a group of people. And if I'm going to go down to here, basically on the 24th of June, 1947, a civilian pilot over a... it's basically talking about Roswell. Here it goes. The secret operation began to ensure the recovery of a wreckage of a object from... for scientific studies. Oh my god, it's really small on the screen. Hold on. During the course of this operation, several reconnaissance discovered that 4 small human-like beings had apparently ejected from the craft at some point before it exploded. These had fallen to Earth about 2 miles east of the wreckage site. All 4 were dead and badly decomposed due to the actions by predators and exposure to the elements during the approximately 1 week time period which had elapsed before their discovery. Yeah, I'm not going to read any more of that, but you understand it brings up Roswell and obviously the people involved. Now, obviously, we're saying whether or not it's only about 8 pages long, and here we have some signatures that I can. Yeah, actually, when you look at that, look at that signature. Are they both the same? Hold on. Oh no, they're both the same. Are they? Fucking idiot. Hold on. Are those the same document? Continues. Oh no, it's the same. I'm an idiot. I was going to say, because those signatures look the same. Okay, fair enough. It's been put in twice. Okie dokie. So yeah, here we go. You can go find out. In fact, I'll put the link in description at some point. So these are the group of people involved here. And they were asked whether or not they're actually involved in this program of a recovery of a extraterrestrial craft. And they said no. Computer said no. Have we got Forrestal in here? Yeah, James V. Forrestal. There we go. Just to let you know, next week will be the Antarctica story. Yes, going to bring up the Antarctic story. An Admiral Byrd. Seat's going down a little bit. There we go. So yes, James Forrestal, very interesting figure. So yes, you can find this document on US Archive. This is the one that has got the bogus word going across the screen right here. And this was taken from 18th of November 1952. Okay, but what Joseph P. Farrell is saying that he treats MJ12 documents seriously but critically. But he doesn't simply accept these as a literal truth. And I think he's got quite right for concerns on that one. So in one way in the book, what he's basically I was going to say the word of the book, right? Roswell and the Reich. What he's basically saying that potentially what we're seeing here, it's the idea is that they put the news report saying that it was an extraterrestrial craft, a flying saucer. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're going to put flying saucer, everyone's going to contribute that to something alien, isn't it, really? So, yeah, I'm going to backtrack on that one. So, yes, I think the public were... It's not like it was in the 50s, put it that way, where UFOs were pretty much bringing up in TV programs, films. So I guess it was like the early stages of it. And again, Kenneth Arnold sighting as well. That sort of kick-started the UFO craze as well. So, okay, I might backtrack on that. Yeah, I'll backtrack on that one and say I was wrong on that one. So, yes, people were aware of UFOs back in 1947. So this, why would they put a flying saucer actually on the newspaper? But in one way, you could say that this is actually disinformation campaign, possibly to create, obviously created by the U.S. intelligence agency to harden the truth of a crashed UFO or something else, and to steer UFO researchers towards alien narrative and hiding the terrestrial advanced technology program. So Farrell does alternate hypothesis in Roswell and the Reich. So what he's saying here, that Roswell may have involved highly advanced human man-made technology, possibly from a surviving post-war Nazi group. Obviously, this was briefly talked about. I mean, the Horton brothers that created the flying wing for the Germans in World War II, they were obviously brought up in this document here. I wonder if we'll be able to find it here just quickly. Because this is quite important to show you guys. Where are you? Can I do that? Horton. Was it O-N? Is it A-N? No, I'm spelling it wrong. Okay. Where is it to? Where is it to? It's basically saying in the document that where are the Horton brothers? And I'm thinking, well, why the hell are you talking about the Horton brothers when you're dealing with an extraterrestrial craft? Because the Horton brothers created the flying wing that eventually they went to Argentina after the war. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to find it because I need to bring up another document in a minute to show you what I mean. How come it's not in there? Hold on. Sorry. So sorry, guys, for the silence. I don't normally do that. I just want to try and find a bit. Blue book. Oh, blue book. Where is it to, you bastard? I thought it was in this document. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Well, I'm wrong on that one then. Bollocks. Okay. Well, no, not bollocks, because I need to be honest here. I thought it talked about the Horton brothers in this document, and I appear to be wrong. Yeah. So sorry for the silence, guys. Yeah. So sorry. Okay. Well, we'll skip that then. Okay. So basically carrying on, so Farrell argues that these documents might refer to a real crash retrieval operation, a real secret committee, real science program, but mix of false extraterrestrial explanations to obscure actual origins. And this consists of intelligence trade-off, partial truths and controlled leaks and narrative shaping. Now, the key points of what Joseph P. Farrell says about the MJ12 documents, that he thinks that the alien interpretation may itself be carefully constructed by the intelligence agency. Pretty much what we're seeing now, isn't it? You know, trying to get the public to believe in extraterrestrials. Why? Because of let's just say is why would they do that? It makes no sense. You know, why would they be honest of saying that a UFO actually crashed? That's a pretty bloody big deal. You know what I mean? I've always battling with that. Obviously, black budget programs going on at a time. So there were things going on, some suspicious things. Obviously, got to talk about Operation Paperclip with the Nazi scientists. So they were bringing in scientists through the space agencies and to the intelligence agencies, to the pharmaceutical companies, banking, like literally everything. So they were literally put into these programs. So, I mean, would they be able to create something in 2 years? I mean, why would they say that Germans are still flying around 2 years after World War II has been defeated? You know, they'll panic the public a little bit. Right, so that's just an overall perspective, guys, on MJ12 documents. I'm going to do this. Requires a full episode on its own. I think I did do one with Hidden, but I want to do a follow-up. I really want to do a proper deep analysis into this. I want to see what Stanton Friedman's saying, because like I said, I've got to bring it up because it leads into a document I'm going to bring up in a minute. But before I do anything else, I'm going to go play a video of a man we're all big fans of, and that's Bill Cooper. And he's going to be talking about the MJ12 documents and his theory on it. But first things first, I got to find the fucking video. Don't swear, Nick. Shh, don't swear. YouTube doesn't like naughty words. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Me and my mouth. Thing is, I'm from the Southwest and we use the C word like pretty much when we wake up, like, oh, C word. Right, here it is. Right, MJ12 documents. So let me put this bigger. Oh, the people on watching this on portrait mode, on phone mode, for Christ's sake, come into the show here on the landscape view. Let's put a bit bigger. There we go. That's more like it. No, hold on. There we go. That's more like it. Right, here's Bill Cooper in a lecture back in 1991. Yeah, going all the way back. And he's talking about MJ12 documents and his theories on it. Let's listen.
Children, if aliens move in next door with teeth and blinking eyes.
Just let me know if it's too loud. I think it's too loud, actually. Turn it down a bit.
Next. This is the curriculum vitae of Stephen J. Kurzweil, MD. Now, it's important that you understand who this man is. Education, New York University, PA, 1965. State University of New York, downstate. Medical Center, MD, 1969. Metropolitan Hospital Medical Internship, 1970. Mount Sinai Hospital Residency in Psychiatry, 1971. Kings County Hospital Residency in Dermatology, 1974. Columbia University Postgraduate Training in Clinical Hypnosis, 40 credit hours, 1982. Postgraduate courses in Nutrition, Infectious Disease, and Medical Malpractice. Licensure, Diplomat, National Board of Medical Examiners, certificate number, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Licensed to practice medicine and surgery in the state of New York, number, blah, blah, blah. Registration, the University of the State of New York, State Education Department, license number, blah, blah, blah. Diplomat, International Academy of Cosmetic Surgery, May 1974. Medical Society.
Oh, green tea. Yes, you 100% right. Like even phones and all that. I swear to God, I am not joking. I don't know if it's one of these UFO magazines. I saw a magazine when I was a kid and it showed the Pentagon. It had these rows of cars. I'm pretty sure it said that these cars can actually run on water. I swear to God, I saw that. It was in the magazine somewhere. I definitely remember that. Interesting. I don't know if it's one of my UFO magazines, not too sure. But oh yeah, they're way ahead on everything, practically everything. I feel bad for the people in the portrait mode. Sorry, people in portrait mode. I'm a little bit small.
Affiliations, New York State Society of Dermatology, Medical Society of the County of New York, Medical Society of the State of New York, Pan American Medical Association, other Phi Beta Kappa, Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Medical Society. In other words, ladies, this man is no flake. I've done my personal investigation. He has never had a complaint in his whole practice and career from any patient that he's ever treated. Next, please. Okay, drop it down. This is a signed affidavit, signed and notarized by Stephen J. Kurzweil. I originally became interested in the UFO subject by meeting Harry Levelson, a writer for Omni magazine, who told me about cattle mutilations and urged I attend an APRO meeting. I was not very impressed with the meeting, but rather with an attractive woman named Joan Thompson, who appeared to be one of the few non-strange looking people at the meeting.
Yeah, John. I know the doctor came forward, didn't he? But yeah, the Virginia case. I tell you what, mate, we'll do that on Hidden Show for the next show that we do in the next couple of weeks. We'll do the Virginia case. In fact, I'm going to write that down. So yeah, because I was thinking of cases to do, and that is the one I need to catch up on. I keep calling it a vagina case. It is a Virginia case, isn't it? Alien case. Actually, I saw it in one of my magazines when I was looking for it the other day. So, yeah, sound. All right, John. Yeah, man. We'll do that. We'll do that, brother.
Thompson and I became friends, and later together we attended a MUFON meeting held in Boston.
Cheers, Rory.
This was
Cheers,
about
mate.
1981. Remember that date, folks. Ms. Thompson explained that she was an employee of the CIA and urged that I work with Mr. Bud Hopkins to help with his research. 1982. Mr. Hopkins explained that he likewise was an employee of the CIA. I'm the abduction specialist for them. He was extremely concerned that the cover-up be maintained lest there be a revolution in this country. He fearfully told me that a lot of people have been abducted. We don't know what the UFOs did to them. I wrote the book to find out who had been abducted, talking about missing time. The government has to get these people out of the military.
Oh, hi, Paul.
They,
How's it going,
i.e.
mate?
the CIA,
Nice to see you.
thinks abductees may have been
And happy Friday. Welcome to the show.
programmed. He was very upset about the amount of work required to investigate even one case. Mr. Hopkins said, distrust the information passed on while obtained under hypnosis. He was shocked by the after effects of abductions. People frequently committed suicide following his hypnotherapy. Many went on to become alcoholics or drug addicts, such as Ms. Marcy Drexler. I asked him why he did the hypnosis if it caused the psychological and psychological and psychiatric problems.
It might droop out for another 5 minutes, but he will get to the point, all right? So this is obviously the MJ12 documents.
He could offer no reply whatsoever despite repeated questioning. I myself was appalled by the inhumane and medically indecent standards of care being applied to these victims of Nazi-like brutality. By all medical standards, Mr. Hopkins was further causing injury to individuals already in distress. He made no provision for aftercare or follow-up. He displayed a complete...
Get him to watch. I won't swear, I promise. Or burp.
lack of temperament and training, as well as a complete lack of compassion for these people. Once he obtained his information, he would drop these people like hot potatoes and left them on their own. And now I have to explain something here. Bud Hopkins is an artist. He has no training in hypnotherapy, or in psychiatry, or in psychology. It was reported by Dr. Kurzweil, a licensed, educated medical doctor, as doing the things that he was doing, and nothing happened to Mr. Hopkins. Nothing whatsoever. He was protected by the CIA. I have been saying since the first time I came out and started talking that the whole UFO movement is controlled by the Central Intelligence Agency, and most of the people that you've ever seen on stages at UFO events are working for the secret government. Next slide, please.
Oh, yeah, see, he says it himself.
You were aware that President Reagan made 6 speeches wherein he tagged on a paragraph.
Oh, and he's not talking about it. He's not talking about the document. Have I missed it? No, have I missed it? I think I showed you the wrong part. Oh, bollocks, guys. So sorry. I thought that was it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, bollocks. Hold on. Right, tell you what. If you go to Stepping Stone Awareness, you can actually show it up on there. Oh, it is showing up. Fantastic. Okay, we'll look for it together. If you go through old, if you select that, you can actually find Bill Cooper. You've got 2 of them right here. I think it might be that one.
Yeah, right pattern.
Oh, this is it. Oh my God. I am so sorry, guys. I showed you the wrong video. This is the MJ12 documents. I am so sorry for wasting your time, guys. Do apologize.
Discovered independently that I had worked for this. Next. This is
Okay.
But I don't know what happened to the copies he gave me, which is exactly what he should have said, whether he has them or not. Next. This is a document called the Eisenhower Briefing Document. Top Secret Magic.
This is what I'm talking about. Sorry, guys.
Which is the correct security classification for alien information. This document was sent on undeveloped.
Just gonna say hello to one. Hey, the Wizard Gred, nice to see you, man. Welcome on in. Yes, UFO flyovers in Washington, 1952, I believe. Yeah, because apparently this is according to a legend. Apparently, the U.S. military actually dropped a very small nuclear bomb in Antarctica, and obviously the rumors that there was an underground Nazi base there, Station 211, as it was called. And they said that the Washington flyers were actually German flying saucers, just to say, hey, we're still there, you know. But it was literally like the day of the sighting, they actually dropped that bomb. I don't know. It's just speculation, man. You know what it's like. But yeah, welcome on into the show, man. Welcome on in. Enjoy a bit of Bill Cooper. All right, where are we to? Here we go.
35 millimeter film to Jamie Chandray. When it was developed, this is what came out. A briefing document for President Eisenhower. There's a lot wrong with this document. I'm going to tell you right now. It's a forgery.
I've done homework.
Nothing in this whole document is new to anyone. Nothing. Everything that's in this document, researchers and people in the UFO study field already knew, except those 12 names. That's the only thing that's new. I can tell you right now, there's only 2 people on there that I know for sure was a part of Majesty 12 or MJ-12. One is Admiral Roscoe H. Hillenkoetter, as the director of the CIA, would have been the top man in the organization. And Secretary James B. Forrestal, who I know was a member of MJ-12 and was in charge. He was actually the man in charge of operations, who would have been MJ-2.
And part of the UFO file as well. Very important.
And was himself an abductee, was in charge of the first craft recovery at Roswell, New Mexico. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to know the truth about what happened at Roswell, New Mexico, read Whitley Strieber's book, Majestic. Just remember that the names in the book have been changed. The names of the projects and the organization have been changed. But the facts in that book are true. It is the true story taken from the diaries that were confiscated by the CIA when James Forrestal was thrown out of the window at Bethesda Naval Hospital.
There you go.
And that should tell you something else. Whitley Strieber is working for the CIA.
Whitley Strieber, guy who wrote the book Communion, isn't it? Communion book. Is that Whitley Strieber? Yeah, it's Whitley Strieber, isn't it? Am I gone full blown retard? I watched Tropic Thunder the other day. Nobody goes full blown retard. I am at the moment. Yeah, Whitley Strieber. Yeah, Communion, a true story. Yeah, I had a brain fart there. I was like, I'm pretty sure I know that person.
As I will show you later, so are a lot of other people. Okay, next. Now, you'll see up there, attachment A. This is something else that is glaringly wrong with this document. Special Classified Executive Order number 092447, TS/EO. TS means top secret, /EO means executive order. Executive orders are always numbered consecutively, have been since the first one. President Truman, which, if this is correct, wrote that executive order, and the highest numbers that he ever wrote were in the 9,000 range. Eisenhower wrote in the 10,000 range. You can verify this yourself with records in Washington, which you can find in your local library. You'll notice that this says 92,000. Whoever prepared this forgery was very smart. They did put a 9 in the front, but they put one extra number in there so that smart people in the government would know that this was fake and would not act on it. Next. This is a memorandum for Secretary Forrestal. It is also a forgery, according to the documentation that I saw. This type of things are very easy to do. As Harry Truman's signature on it, the signature is authentic. But you see, this also was on film. So you couldn't examine the real document.
Yeah.
Let me show you what's wrong with it.
Yeah, this is the problem. This is, I just wish we could have some sort of original blueprint, original document. But like I said in the beginning, it was all put on film. Doesn't really help the case at all. It's a bit suspicious, isn't it, really? I mean, I guess in one way they must have taken a photograph of it. But if this is secret governmental classified material in terms of documentation, are they going to sneak a bloody camera in there? You know, it's hard to tell. You don't know what the scenario is when you go into these buildings, but yeah, it's a little bit suspicious, I have to admit.
Right up here, it says Operation Majestic 12. The correct name of the operation is Operation Majority. Next. This is a...
Oh, Rebecca, is that fake UFO sighting? Oh, no, that fake alien abduction film, I think. I'm not too sure. Might be wrong on that one. That sounds familiar, actually. Yeah, it was like someone, like a homemade film. It's a bit like Blair Witch Project, but with aliens.
legitimate document. This came out of the National Archives. It is real, there's no question about it.
I keep putting vagina.
MJ12 Special Studies Project briefing.
Okay.
So this does verify that there was an MJ12 Special Studies Project. Next. This is a letter to Lee Graham. And this is from Jesse Marcel Jr. For those of you who don't know about it, in 1947,
yeah, I've heard that film was really good.
July,
it's scary as well.
Something crashed near Roswell Air Force Base.
That's
At
it.
that
Yeah,
time, it was Army Air Force Base near Roswell, New Mexico.
I think that's it. I think that's the end of the document. Oh no, hold on. Okay, it's going to continue. Sorry. Yeah, just get your chat quickly. Yeah, Age of Disclosure. Am I going to do a watch party on that one? I don't know. Very skeptical what's coming out of that with all the big players involved. I don't know. I'll think about it because it's coming out next week or so, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Oh god, yeah. I do you know what? I must have watched. I wouldn't consider myself a ufologist. I'm more a researcher. I've watched 2 episodes of Ancient Aliens, and I was like, "What the bloody hell is this bollocks?" You don't really hear a lot of people in the UFO community say that. You know, I just like everything has to be to do with extraterrestrials. There's the pyramids to do with extraterrestrials, Foo Fighters to do with extraterrestrials. The plants growing on the ground with potatoes growing in it is to do with aliens, extraterrestrials. Everything has to be explained for that. It's called Ancient Aliens, isn't it? Obviously, the last one was pretty stupid of me to say, but you understand the concept of what they put forward. It has to be extraterrestrials. This is what I mean when I go to Contact in the Desert next year. If I do end up going, you're just going to have the same players at B. Am I going to be that sort of person who's going to bitch and moan, you know, calling people grifters? Bit of fun. I've never been to America before.
They crashed on a ranch belonging to a Mr. Brazel. Mr. Brazel didn't know what he was, but he never.
Yeah, you're right.
Apparently, it
yeah,
happened during the night during a heavy thunderstorm.
We've had 80 years of preparation, and I think now that the mainstream media, they're sort of catching on to the trends. In one way, they're trying to get the people's attention, but is it necessary to try to make people believe that there are extraterrestrials coming? But the people that I talk about, they still don't believe in aliens and all that. But yeah, it's different people, isn't it, man? But there is something fishy, definitely.
Woke up the next morning and went out to see what that loud noise was.
Oh, right.
He found a breeze.
Sorry for stopping, guys. Pegany Productions, thanks for coming in, man. Have a good weekend. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you soon, man. And all the best. Thanks for popping in.
All over his ranch. And strange stuff. You couldn't tear it, couldn't bend it. Never saw anything like it before. He saw hieroglyphics on it. He saw stuff that looked like tinfoil on cigarettes. He saw stuff that looked like paper with pressed flowers in it. And he thought, gee, some strange airplane has crashed. So he went.
Oh, is he blabbering on? Hold on.
Interesting. This says that when he arrived at the crash site, it was amazing to see the vast amount of area it covered. It was nothing that hit the ground or exploded on the ground. Something that must have exploded above ground. Traveling perhaps at a high rate of speed, I don't know. But it's scattered over an area
Exactly,
about
Bob.
3/4 of a mile
Exactly.
long, I would say,
Have
and
fun with
fairly
it.
wide, several hundred feet wide. So he goes
Yeah.
through, they picked up the fragment.
I'm sorry for stopping, but yeah, Signs. We watched that a couple of weeks ago. It's a bit of a slow burn, but the soundtrack's really good. I have to admit, it's a pretty good soundtrack, and I have to admit, it's yeah. I was like, is this going anywhere? Like, you see the alien and the alien foot, and then it's a slow burn, but yeah, Signs is definitely up there as one of the great UFO or alien encounters of the fifth kind, I think.
Looked at him. He put it in his car.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Walker Air Force Base, where he was stationed. When we arrived at the crash site, let me see here. One thing I was certain of, being familiar with all air activities, that it was not a weather balloon, nor an aircraft, nor a missile. It was something else, and we didn't know what it was. There were just fragments strewn all over the place. So we proceeded to pick up the parts of whatever it was and load in the vehicles. One thing was obvious to me, that whatever it was probably exploded above ground and strewn over east to southwest. Numbers were printed, our symbols were pink and
I would.
purple.
I'll dress up like Maria Orsic, tits and all, mate, and I'll be like interviewing people, trying to get the reaction, blend in with the grifters, be part of the crowd, pretend to be an alien for a couple of weeks.
Lavender, and they didn't know what it was. And those
People
little numbers
do
could not
dress
be
up at
broken.
these events, by the way.
He's talking about breaking
I've seen some crazy things.
the fragments that had the numbers on them. Next. Could not be burned. Tried to burn it. Would not burn. They tried
Fine,
to
I
break
remember
it.
that.
Wouldn't break. They tried to hammer it. It wouldn't hammer.
I'll write that down, actually.
This particular piece of metal was, I would say, about 2 feet long and perhaps maybe a foot wide. The stuff weighs nothing. It was so thin. It isn't any thicker than the tinfoil in a pack of cigarettes. So I tried to bend the stuff because it would not bend. We all did. We could not bend it. It would not bend. We even tried.
Yeah, that's quite interesting to do an actual live stream on that, because you can find a backtrack or record of people that invented 3 ways of energy. In fact, if I remember, I'm going to try and find the video. I have it on my YouTube. It's a guy who he took the engine out of his car, and if I remember rightly, he had like 2 magnets, and they obviously propel against each other. So 2 negatives put together, they sort of propel from each other. But what he did, he managed to pull it as they come closer together, as like the acceleration put it together, they actually would start spinning. And the closer the magnets got together, it will almost repel against each other. But as you get closer and closer, the faster it would spin. I'm not joking. I've got a video on YouTube. He took that concept, took the car engine out, put that concept into the car. I'm not joking. He is literally on the runway explaining everything, and he's bombing down the runway at 125 miles an hour. Free energy, just magnets. He died after that. In fact, the Y-Files did a really good video on the people that created alternative energies, free energy, going back years. I mean, 80 years, 100 years. You know, we had electric cars, you know, back in like the 1920s and all that. So it's all old technology. But yeah, this free energy has been for a long time, and they just get rid of the people that talk about it, or even bring it out to the public. So if you do create a free energy device, I'd like Ashton Forbes, you can just keep it to yourself, because it doesn't really end well, you know.
By making a dent in it with a 16-pound
word again.
sledgehammer, and there was still no dent in it. So the newsman saw very little of the material blankety blank. Next.
I'll look for it. Mate.
Okay, next. This is what's called a Smith memo. This was obtained under the Freedom of Information Act, and this is very interesting. He heard rumors about flying saucers, and he saw Frank Scully's book, Behind the Flying Saucers, and he wondered if it was true. He went to his embassy and asked them to find out. His embassy contacted Dr. Sarbacher, who worked for the Pentagon, and Dr. Sarbacher gave them this information, which was relayed to Wilbur Smith. And Wilbur Smith, in his report to his government, says, the matter is the most highly classified subject in the United States government, rating higher even than the H-bomb. B, flying saucers exist. C, their modus operandi is unknown, but concentrated effort is being made by a small group headed by Dr. Vannevar Bush. D, the entire matter is considered by the United States authorities to be of tremendous significance. Next. This is an operations and training poster that was on every Air Force base that the United States had during the time that the United States Air Force said that it was not interested in UFOs, was not investigating them, and they were of no significance whatsoever. You can see that they lied. They lied blatantly. It says UFOs, serious business. Unidentified flying objects, sometimes treated lightly by the press and referred to as flying saucers, must be rapidly and accurately identified as serious U.S. Air Force business in the ZI. That's military for Zone of the Interior. That means within the borders of the United States. As AFR, Air Force Regulation 200-2 points out, the Air Force concern with these sightings is threefold. First of all, is the object a threat to the defense of the U.S.? Secondly, does it contribute to technical or scientific knowledge? And then there's the inherent U.S. Air Force responsibility to explain to the American people through public information media what is going on in their skies. They took their responsibility very seriously and told us nothing was going on in our skies. Next, please.
Sorry, guys, I'm just looking for the video. Quite interesting.
This is a press release by the Air Force which tells you nothing is going on in our skies at the same time that poster was posted on all those Air Force bases, mandating that they have an officer in charge of investigating UFOs. So, for those of you who have been believing the United States Air Force all your life, they have lied to you. This is proof, and there's going to be more proof following. Next slide, please. Every place on this map where you see an M, there has been a documented case of classic cattle mutilation. Every place on here. And some where those M's
Sorry,
are,
guys.
many.
I've got to find this
There are
video. It's
over
pretty good.
10,000 documented cases of cattle mutilation, classic cattle mutilation in the United States alone. Period. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, let me tell you. It means that the farmer goes out and checks his cattle before he goes to bed at night, which most cattle ranchers do, unless they have a spread where they can't possibly keep track of them. And he goes to bed. He may or may not hear something in the night. He may look out. He might see some lights out there in the sky, but that's all. He may go back to bed. He may get up in the morning, and he may go out, and what he finds is 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 of his cattle laying on the ground with the flesh completely stripped off one side of the lower jaw to the bone. The bone is bleached as if it's been out in the sun for 8 months.
All right, sorry, guys.
Are missing.
What I'll do, I'll put that on the cards for another time. I've literally got 800 videos to shift through. It's here somewhere, but it was immensely fascinating. The concept that the guy made. Like, these are videos that are like buried on YouTube. Like, what once you click off it, you ain't gonna find it again. No, I think okay. I'll put it on the cards for later. But yeah, so sorry for guys that drilled out a little bit. But going back to what Bill Cooper was saying about the MJ12 documents, yes, these are practically fake documents. Okay, the signatures don't match up. The typewriter fonts don't match up at all. Need to be very skeptical with what information is being put out. Oh, Sophia, take care of yourself, right? Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Well, yeah, now come 420. I'm going to 420 in a minute. Join you guys. Right. Okay. We've got to talk about Joseph P. Farrell's stuff. So that is Bill Cooper's
thoughts on MJ12 documents. Matt Damon. Right, okay. Let's bring up my notes and see what's next to talk about. But yeah, the Fifth Kind and the Virginia case, those two movies you need to look into for sure. Talked about that. Okay, so obviously we talked about the MJ12 documents, but there is another document that was actually released shortly after the Roswell case, and it kind of mimics what the MJ12 documents are actually saying. And I'm going to bring it up now because this is going into the line of research of Joseph P. Farrell's. And it's this. Okay, so this is called the Shogun Collection Memorandum document. So the Shogun Memorandum refers to a U.S. military intelligence document from October 1947. So this was obviously a couple of months after, well, I say 4 months after Roswell crash itself of the same year. And this was under the direction of George F. Shogun, then Chief of Air Intelligence Requirements Division of U.S. Army Air Force. Oh my God, did I say that right? So yes, what this document's actually saying. So according to the and this is an actual published document. You can actually find it in the archive, all right? And what is basically saying here in the memo, so the memo is set out intelligence requirements regarding reports of flying saucers or flying discs, aircraft, or phenomena. It describes the objects as possible man-made craft of unknown origin rather than purely optimal and word I can't pronounce there, having characteristics such as extreme rare of climb, high cruising speed, and highly advanced maneuvers and very tight formations. Now, materials were described in some variations like metallic foil, balsa wood, and similar materials, a bit like what was mentioned in Roswell. And in order for all these to be available, the data and all the sightings recovered of the craft and all the debris to be collected and studied to determine the origins, nature, and threats, if there is any threats of these objects, and also indicates certain amount of, also indicates certain about. It also indicates concern about the possible national security implications. That if the objects are foreign, these represent a potential hazard. Some variation, some versions mentions of possibility of subterranean individuals or mass hysteria. Did I say that right? No, just put mass hysteria on that one. But the core is focused on obtaining data and analyzing the phenomena. And why this is quite significant, because like I said, it doesn't lead too far off from the actual Roswell crash itself. Now, the memo is part of an early military, I can't even say the word right, military and intelligence response to the wave of UFO sightings or UFO flying discs of 1947 that were being seen in the sky. Now, obviously, after the famous Kenneth Arnold sighting in Roswell incident ran about that same time period, and interest started to rapidly grow in the public eye in mid-1947. Okay, fair enough on that part then. Some researchers regard it to be one of the most earliest or a more official document indicating that the U.S. Air Force took the possibility of something real in terms of advanced technologies here. I mean, it's not necessarily saying that in this document that is whatever crashed at Roswell was actually extraterrestrial, and the phenomena is reported something real, but could be also fictional as well, according to this document. Now, because Shogun memo reported, because the memo reportedly goes into technical details in some variations about the nature of the craft and debris, which is accurate to imply that the investigations believe they had materials of credible data. And UFO researchers considered this as a smoking gun. I need to stop reading. I really do at this point. So yes, it does mention about crash retrievals, but not necessarily something extraterrestrial. Now, what's kind of linking this into Roswell is because this was released 4 months after July 1947, and this was October the 30th of 1947. So yes, this was written in October 1947, a few months after the incident of Roswell. And in one way, it does reflect the intense military interest sparked by sudden national-wide wave of UFO sightings in the Texas and Roswell area. And that's one thing you got to take into consideration. There were mass amounts of UFO reports at that time. And now it doesn't look this memo right here. Yeah, the Horton brothers. That's it. I got the document wrong. Let's put it bigger actually, because you can't see this. There we go. Okay. Let's bring this up here. So yes, just to go over one more time. So obviously this was collecting debris, analyzing fragments and materials, and whether or not it's actually the origins or something extraterrestrial itself. So in terms of authenticity, yes, you can actually find this document. But my angle is what Joseph P. Farrell was saying, that how does this link up to Roswell? How does this link up to whatever crashed at Roswell was actually Nazi technology? And I think this is the aim of the game for today's show. So this document here, let's just go through it. Where is it to? Where your bloody document? There it is. So it mentions about the Horton brothers and Nazi scientists that were brought over by Operation Paperclip. This needs to be taken into consideration because they definitely were immediately working on space programs, armory, military. It was literally all over the place. And it was like 1,500. No, actually, there's about 5,000 scientists, technicians, and people went to the intelligence agencies. They went literally everywhere. Okay. And it does mention this in here. And it's mentioned about the Horton brothers. Now, the Horton brothers created the flying wing, which they were pretty much way advanced in terms of aviation. In fact, what you could say that the Kenneth Arnold sighting in 1947 does resemble the Horton brothers. Is it called Panama or something like that? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. We got hiccups. Horton brothers. I think it's called flying. Actually, tell you what. If I put in Kenneth Arnold. Yes, got it. Fantastic. Beautiful. Right, check this out. So remember Kenneth Arnold, the guy who showed that. All right, that is, hold on. We've got a proper, there we go. See that there? So this is what he saw in the sky in 1947. Kind of looks like that. So this was created by the Horton brothers. It was called, is it the Panama? Not Panama. No, that's that bloody alien goo thing, isn't it? It's been with a P. I can't remember what it's called. But yes, that's an actual photograph of it. Kind of looks like that. Sorry, that. Not saying that exactly what was flying in the sky was potentially Nazi technology, but it does resemble a lot like that flying wing there. Nevertheless, it cannot necessarily be proved otherwise. But yeah, kind of. Even, yeah, you could say that as well. That is the, I can't remember what the name of the aircraft is. And that's also a Horton brothers creation as well, which these were highly advanced. So saying here, Horton 229 plane must be it. Is that right? Yeah. No, that is it. Yeah, Horton 229. Yeah, highly advanced aircraft for the time. But yeah. It's just a thought. Just going to throw it out there, potentially what Kenneth Arnold saw back in the day could have been that, the flying wing. Potentially, yes, bat wing, yeah. So in terms of linking everything to, hold on, where am I to Roswell, it does mention Horton brothers, it does mention Nazi scientists and the technology being built at the time of the Third Reich. Do you know what? I really wish I had a video of Joseph P. Farrell explaining it. but I've gone on for an hour and 25 minutes. Me babbling along, potentially bollocks. Nah, something happened in Roswell. 100%. Something crashed, but we never going to find out the truth. Same with Epstein files, same with 9/11, same with COVID, same with JFK. You ain't going to find the truth. Oh, hold on. Go back to my notes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. Right. At least I have something. Right. So just like an overall perspective, because I know I've written something down in my books to sort of kind of what Joseph Purcell's saying in terms of what actually happened in Roswell, whatever crash was Nazi technology. So in the book Roswell and the Reich, the Nazi connection, he mentions that the Twining Shogun memorandum, which is what we're seeing right here, part of the evidence in Roswell incident narrative. Now, Farrell treats the memorandum as one of the most pieces of paperwork that suggests that the US military and intelligence apparatus were aware of something unusual, possibly non-balloon, in the summer of 1947. Now, his overall position that the Roswell event related to documents into the Twining, the Shogun memorandum, what we're seeing here, fits into the broader framework of the post-World War II Nazi legacy technologies, concept programs, and continuing suppression of. When these scientists came over, they're obviously working on stuff that no one really knew about. Really, that's the way we want to kind of look at it. So we kind of speculated what they actually developed. And obviously, the physics and aerospace developments ties into the German war effort as well, and so it's back into the Americans as well. So in terms of sort of relying on this document, yeah, it suggests that there are pieces of material that needs to be looked at in terms of like an extraterrestrial craft actually crashing, materials being found, and finding actually the origins of this extraterrestrial craft. But why are they bringing up the Horton brothers when they were obviously creating a flying wing? This is it in this document here. I'm just going to continue quickly. I'm going to play some videos. So yeah, it is kind of unclear how deeply Farrell analyzes this document, and pretty much tends to focus on the broader stories of the Nazi tech, covert programs, and do you know what? Sod it. I'm going to reach out to Joseph, and this will be like a part 2. I think I got to get him on the show because I know he would do an interview with me, so because I really want to hear him say it in his own words, because it's such a rabbit hole. Like I read one thing, but it leads me to another thing, and that can lead off to a different direction. And this is it. I want to keep to a more or less broader perspective of what's connected to whatever crashed in Roswell was Nazi technology. In terms of what they actually found in Roswell, this is quite interesting. I'm going to read an extract from a book. From the book, 2 seconds. Where is it to? Right. So this is a eyewitness testimony from someone actually at the Roswell crash. And you want to hear this because he goes into detail about something. Sorry for missing chat, guys. Do apologize. I'll get to it in a minute. Literally, I've got a few more things to talk. Just read this and I'll get to chat and we can move on to something a bit fun. Oh, trust me, the show ain't over yet. Trust me, I've got so much stuff to talk about. Where is it? 450, page 450. All right. Okie dokie. Right. So in this book, it mentions someone called hold on. I should have brought this up screen actually, shouldn't I, really? Sorry, I do apologize. Lurma. Okay, so the eyewitness account right here, someone called Lurma Marsh, and Marsh said. So Marsh says here, he actually turned up on the site with Jesse Marcel and Mac Brazel, and what it's actually saying here in page chapter 15, page 450, it says the lack of airplane fuel on the property, the small size of debris, and the lack of engine parts, the lack of evidence of fire, and the incomplete emblems, with a cold chill running through his spine. He found the shape to be he found these shapes to be vague but frightfully similar. Right, listen to this. He had one of the pieces of the emblems together, and increasingly resembles the German Knight Cross, which Hitler used on his military vehicles and aircraft. Marsh felt that Twining's basically he felt that it was it. Hold on, wait a minute, wrong bit. Basically, he's saying that these writings look extremely similar. Now, these writings, some say it would be hieroglyphics or something like that. The Egyptians. But what you're saying here, according to this report, is an actual in a real report. Is saying here that it looks like the German Iron Cross, and that is what they had on the aircraft and the military vehicles as well. So that is part. I read that really badly. Do apologize. Ollie, where is he? He's gone, mate. He's got his head knocked off by a golf ball. No, I'm joking, mate. Right. If you want to see Ollie in all its glory, Sofa King Blue Chicken. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, go check out, because they do plug my show, the Daily Conspiracy Podcast, brother. And you can find them every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't go every day, but they talk about conspiracies. Specifically conspiracies. I mean, Ollie's full blown woo, mate. I mean, if you're connecting 3i Atlas with Project Bluebeam, you've gone full woo, mate. Not talking about you, Super King. But yeah, go check out Ollie and Lee there, man. But yeah, Ollie gave me the channel because it was sitting dust. And to be honest with you, I still think to myself, why the hell did he give this channel to me? Anyway, but yeah, welcome on in. Hope I could be entertaining, except for the bit that I just read, because that was terrible. But yeah, there was an eyewitness testimony saying that the pieces found in Roswell look like the Iron Cross. And bear in mind, if you look at the actual aircraft of... No, actually, come to think about it, it seems to be a bit far-fetched, because if that was an actual aircraft, I'm not seeing a jet-propelled aircraft fell down and crashed. The Knight's Cross was pretty much on the wing, and that was huge. So maybe that was still there. I don't know. It was still intact. It's kind of hard to tell. I want to do a follow-up on this with Joseph P. Farrell. Is everyone taking a piss out of my... Is anyone taking a piss out of my... I can't read. I know that. I know I can't read. Oh, dear. Oh yeah, so basically there's two streams. There's one that's in you're on the landscape view now. Yeah, it's kind of weird, it's kind of gay. I don't understand why they do it. I'm probably not going to do it next week anyway. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't know, mate, but hey, you got this, you got me now. I could be entertaining. I can be. But basically what I do here, Sofa King Blue Chicken, is that we go through the history of ufology. We go through the past. We do look into like current day, but we go through the past and look to see what they're saying back then compared to what it is now. Like we go back through these old cases and stuff like that. So something a little bit different. But we do have a laugh there. Don't worry. We do have a laugh. But yeah, welcome on in, man. So I've been talking for an hour and 34 minutes. 35 minutes in now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop there. Oh, she's in the backstage, mate. She's backstage. Where is she? Where are you to, Jenny?
I'm doing good. Many thanks for asking.
Oh, that's good. That's good. She's there. She's there.
This whole situation is fake and gay.
Yeah, I bet you heard that one, didn't it? Oh, mate. Right. Okay. Tell you what I'm going to do. I want to do a follow-up on this because it does get awfully complicated, I have to admit. But I'm going to reach out to Joseph P. Farrell. I actually want to get him on the show. Excuse me. Oh, mate. Apart from the reading, yeah, I know. Don't practice makes perfect. But once I 420, all goes to shit, mate. In fact, I have smoked all my not strong stuff. I'm relying on the strong stuff at the moment. Yeah, she needs to mind her manners. Yeah, unlike Nick on Wednesday show, burping and all that. That's fine. Look, okay. First of all, I apologize for Wednesday show. You might have heard me eat in the microphone. That's my bad. And I might have belched a few times. But look, don't blame me. No, actually, do blame me. StreamYard has a setting that actually cuts out all the background noise because it's done this new update. The thing wasn't on. So yes, you might have heard me belch a few times. Didn't mean on purpose. But I am a gentleman as an Englishman. But yeah, Jenny, she's got a filthy mouth, mate. Filthy. Oh, cheers, mate. I know I've got my flaws, but at least I own up to it. But mate, practice make perfect. Saying that, I've been doing this for nearly a year now, and I still can't get reading right. It's because you're watching me. I've got 33 people watching me, and I get like really like uptight. You try going live once you Saxon. Don't mean to have a go at you, mate. Sorry. It's weird. It's like I tend to like speed up my words. I 420 hard before the show because I still get nervous. I think everyone gets nervous. Oh, I tell you what, sod it. We're going to leave that. I hope that sort of made sense in terms of, do you know what? Anything I just said now didn't prove anything that crashed at Roswell was basically German technology. Let me do a follow-up on it. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, mate, speaking of tiny hands, Scary Movie 6 is apparently coming up, and I'm hopefully this guy will turn up.
I better use my strong hand.
Good old Hanson. Oh, bless him. Right, okay, so let's move on from Roswell. I just hope that was at least something. I was going through it for the past couple of days, putting the script together. I was going, does this make any sense? Thank you. Job, yeah, Hob. Hopefully. But anyway, let's move on to something else. Oh, what should I bring up? I'm just going to go through my notes here. What was it saying? Freya Atlas, am I really going to be talking about that? No, I'm not going to be talking about that. I'll tell you what, sod it. Let's just bring up X. Because I've got a few things to bring up on X, all right? But I hopefully the show's entertaining for you guys. I try to. Oh, Ollie. Yeah, Ollie's a ginger guy, a bit smaller than me. But like I said, he's full-blown woo, mate. He's but no, he calls me like now and then. We have a little chat and all that. But yeah, still thoroughly entertaining to listen to the podcast, talking all things conspiracies. Although it can get a bit much, I would have to admit. Oh dear. Where's bookmark? Where's bookmark? Right. I've got a few things to say. Right. Just a minute. Now listen to this, okay?
The more you stay home, the less you want to leave. And the more you stay, the heavier everything feels. You think you're resting, but you're actually draining the life out of yourself. Your brain slows down, your thoughts get louder and slowly. You stop wanting to do anything. Psychology calls it mental rumination, when your mind keeps spinning, stuck in the past, worried about the future, and tired of the present. Even a short walk feels too hard. Even sunlight feels like a task, but it's not because you're lazy. You're just mentally tired. The longer you stay in that loop, the harder it is to break. But here's the truth. You don't need to feel better to go outside. You need to go outside to feel better. Step out, sit in the sun, hear the wind, feel the world move again, because the longer you wait, the deeper the trap becomes. The longer you hide from the world, the heavier it becomes. Healing doesn't always start with rest. It starts with movement. Follow us. We help you break free from what no one sees. The more you stay...
Okay, right. Let's get things in perspective here. If you are feeling like that, depressed, anxious, don't want to go out, feel lonely, sometimes you wake up and you think, what is the point? And what I'm gathering here is to go outside, the healing process, to go outside, feel the wind in your hair, and get out into nature. What a load of bollocks. No, if you are feeling depressed, go speak to someone. For fuck's sake. I cannot, sorry for speaking like this. I do apologize. This, going outside and having the wind through your hair and looking at trees is not going to cure your depression. It's not going to cure your anxiety. I've been there. Dr. Nick. No, it needs to be bloody told. If anyone is feeling like that, for Christ's sake, go speak to someone. Go to a psychiatrist. It's okay to, do walks again, but it's not going to cure someone's depression by going for a walk. It might be something deeper than that. And I keep seeing these, inspirational videos. I mean, it depends on how deep the person is in depression and all that. But trust me, when someone's depression, going for a walk ain't going to cure that. Having the wind blowing through your ears or your hair is not going to cure your depression. No, seriously, guys. I'm being honest here. Look, go speak to someone. It's okay. It's okay to speak to someone. This is why, the camping that I do when I go to Wales and all that, it's all my gym lot. It's all men. It's like there's no women allowed. It's all men, but we fucking talk. We sorry for swearing. I must stop the swearing. I do apologize. It's just I'm from the Southwest. It's what we do a lot. We just talk. We don't talk like I talk to my missus. Sometimes I'm quite a reserved person. I don't really socialize or anything like that. I sort of keep to myself. But when you have those occasions when you can actually talk to other men as well and share the same experiences, feelings, and all that, and it's to talk about it. I think it's very, very important. So when I keep on seeing videos like this, I think the attention was supposed to be good. But listen, when you're from gathering from the beginning of this video, saying if you don't really want to go out, feeling depressed, everything's getting a bit too much, you're mentally drained, go speak to someone. Okay, it's okay. Don't know if you're man and woman, or color or creed, don't matter. Okay, so yeah, I hope that was my bit of inspiration. This is it. But again, it's all good to go out into nature. Like put the phone away, like when me and the missus, like on a Sunday, when we go out for a walk, try not to. I know it's very tempting to get into your phone and have a little look at, X and Twitter and all that, but it's a cesspool, man. It's designed to make you feel very reserved, very in a bubble, and it's designed for that. Even like join a group. There's also help as well. Psychiatrist, it comes with a cost. I know that, trust me. But it's always good to talk, and you always feel better for it. And it's always good to get some advice. The wind is not going to give you advice, guys. Okay, the incense in Glastonbury Hall. You go to Glastonbury and you see all these, these spiritual, places with all the crystals. Oh, don't worry, darling, you're depressed. Don't worry, you just need a chi energy. You need chi energy. Don't worry, I'll put this crystal next to your head and I'll put some incense over your nose. You'll be fine. No, fucking speak to a professional, for Christ's sake. Oh, good, this is your therapy. That's good then. But yeah, phones are... that's one thing I love talking about on podcasts is like how society has got where it is now. It's like social media, and it's something to do with the phones, isn't it? Can we blame on 5G? Oh, I can talk about conspiracies now, can I? Hey, Jay Hardesty, nice to see you, man. Oh, talking about new binoculars. Coming soon to maybe Alien Addict or somewhere else. Night visual goggles is part of my Christmas present. Yeah, but it links. Well, you can actually put the phone camera to the actual telescope itself,
and it's all night vision, and you can actually see the stars and everything. And my Insta360 Ace Pro camera, it was 2 weeks ago. I was here live on the Friday, and the camera was outside. It pissed down, absolute hammered down. I was like, "Our camera will be all right." I went out there, and the camera was stopped, and the water went into the import because I do time lapse 24/7, so I need the actual mains to be in there. Water got in, it fucked up. I was like, "Shit!" So I took it back, and I got a new camera. So I remember that for next time. Yeah, but it doesn't really capture the night sky that great. But the night vision is pretty good. It actually captures the whole stars, like literally everything. So that is coming soon to a channel near you. Rebecca knows what I'm talking about. Hello, Rebecca. Me, Rebecca's been talking. But yeah, okay, let's bring up X again. Yeah. Sorry if I went a bit of a bitch on that. I just had to say it, you know. I think it had a good message to put across, but you know, go seek professional help. It's okay. It's all good. 100%. What you got here? Right. First things first. I have never seen this 3-star formation. Actually, it's 4. They're wobbling. Hang on, put a bit bigger for you guys. Birds. That's what I thought. Oh, flapping, yeah. Germans again. Oh no, let's go back. I think who said that? Paul was on something there. Anything else I want to show you there? Oh, there we go. Close up shot. Right, these modern phones, guys, and this is for my phone as well. Okay, once you start zooming in, it produces like this. I think Paul, you mentioned it last time. It's got this stabilization thing, and it looks like it's got a propulsion system, or it's given off some sort of plasma effect. And sometimes it looks like it's blinking. Okay, but this is taken at night. So look. Yeah, you see that? When the camera moves, it gives off a sort of like a little stripy effect. Depends on the phone. Oh, no, you're right, Paul. Yeah, yeah, look. You can see it. They're going up and down. Yeah. Don't know what that one is at the top there. I think you're right on that one, mate. Starlink would be not like that. It goes. I've got a load of videos of Starlink in the sky, and it more or less goes up in a straight lines, straight across, and nothing like that. I think you're right on that one, Paul. I think it most like probably is birds. Does that take up with night vision? Looks like night vision. Okay. I tell you what, it's called Hawk. HAKE is the brand that does the night vision. You can pick them up for about 100 quid. Right. Chris Tucker. No, move on from that. Yeah, check out this. Look. This guy can make like artwork like with his trousers. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Now, if that was me, I'll just do like a massive whopping penis. I'd be like, hey, check this out. Like, you're so immature, Nick. And like, yeah, I am 35 years old. You need to get a life. Yeah, do you know what? Someone said this is an asteroid. Help me out here. I tell you what, I didn't know there was sound with it. Check this out. I think someone said, hold on, and the explanation for this. Oh, is it AI? No. No, it's real. Oh, no, I'm just looking down through the text. Oh, it's not fake, is it? Oh no, don't say so. Someone's put this in Grok and it says no recent reports confirmed a new meteorite or object fallen in Russia on November the 13th, 2025. The video appears to match a green fireball sighting over Moscow on October the 27th, 2025, confirming by experts as a meteorite burning up in the atmosphere. Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. Time. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Hello. All right, how's it going?
Okay, here it is. We're gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. You're gonna see me watch it. You're gonna watch it.
Hold on.
Okay. I'm just.
I think I just bookmarked it because she looked attractive. I think. I'm just trying to be honest. I was like, I'll watch that for later. Right, what's this? Oh no, actually, that's it. Right. So good old Rotary Matrix tagged me in this.
They control the weather. They mine the oceans. I'm zero.
U.S. Navy launched a weapon.
Okay, yeah, we're talking about ARP and weather control and all that. And it goes to an interview. Oh, actually, Rotary, it might have been another one you sent me. I think you sent me another thing.
You know, and those videos.
Tesla performed.
The designs in the sky, if you will. You can take the beam and move.
Rotary, you tagged me in something. Hold on. Because it leads to something I want to talk about. Hold on, sorry, I'm gonna have a bit of a brain fart here. Let's have a look. Is it that one? Oh, right. I've just bookmarked it. There we go. It should pop up now, actually. It wasn't that one. It was... Oh, there it is. Hey, that's the one I wanted. So this right here. Now, thanks, Rotary, for sending me this. So are chemtrails poison us? Is geoengineering real? And I saw this, and I was like, oh, she looks familiar. And...
And these massive weapon systems. And if you really were serious about recognizing what they look like when they're doing what they can do, because they're used for a lot of things, not just destruction. But when you saw 9/11, that was a scalar weapon, and my guess it was HARP working with.
I got more photos.
One or two other ionospheric heaters in the northern latitudes, and my guess would be Brookhaven National Labs and one in Norway. So this weapon system is not used very much because that 9/11 was very effective in informing the world of the scope of the weaponry that we had, and I believe.
So I'm with the camp that the fact that whatever weapon was used on 9/11 for the Twin Towers, I mean, the word, I say the buzzword, but the word I would say was justification. I know Dr. Judy Wood and people that follow her work say the same thing, but you look at a traditional. I never bought the concept of controlled demolition until Dr. Judy Wood came out with a book in like 2010. It's purely because if that was linked up with explosions, yeah, I'm going to talk about conspiracies, fuck it, whatever. If the World Trade Center was set up with explosives, the sound would have rattled Manhattan. It would have been so obvious that the noise would have echoed through miles and miles. You don't see that. You just hear a bunch of rumbling. There was nothing left of that building. Nothing. You had metal that was twisted and melted in unburnt pieces of paper. You had cars that just was hit by a cloud of dust, and they ended up being completely paint stripped off it. Everything melted in terms of cars, like the whole thing. It's so odd. And I know the idea that an energy weapon was actually used to destroy the World Trade Center. I know it sounds a bit far fetched, but I'm not ruling it out. And it seems plausible if you read Dr. Judy Wood's book. But how they managed to pull it off, and what this lady is saying here, is that the fact that the HARP facility can probably do that, create enough energy to do that. But you would need multiple facilities of HARP facilities, and there's multiple of them around the world. So it's not just HARP in Alaska, it'll be other facilities combining together to actually create this energy.
I believe it was primarily done for that, was to announce to the world that the United States of America had this weapon. That's my opinion. The book that I think everyone should own a copy of is Judy Wood, PhD, Where Did the Towers Go? And it's full color, probably at least 1,000 pictures in the pages. Very nicely done. Not very good binding, I might add, but beautiful pictures, perfect pictures. And Judy is being a scientist. She explains a lot of things. She does not jump to conclusions. She's very thorough. And she has been marginalized and discredited because, I believe, because she's a PhD. Yeah. And they wanted to get rid of her. So
yeah, this is there with Dr. Judy Wood. She actually has a degree, and this is what backs up everything she says, you know, because she's come from a scientific background. Immensely fascinating. But the thing is, I was like, this woman kind of looks familiar. And I just realized something. I've actually got her book. Her name is Elena Freeland. And I bought this book a couple of years ago called Chemtrails, HARP, and the Full Spectrum Dominance of Planet Earth. And it talks about this sort of technology and all that. It's immensely fascinating. It really is, in terms of what can... So I went mute there. I do apologize. But yeah, immensely fascinating lady and book in terms of what the trails are doing in the sky and the HARP facilities going on. What HARP can actually do. And we know it's all based on Tesla technology. So, and do I believe it can control the weather? Control the jet stream? Yes, because it pushes the ionosphere up into space even more. Not only that, but it can also push a jet stream. And then if I'm right, or from the HARP facility, you can actually pinpoint where you want this sort of beams to be put up. And they always say never fly over Alaska. I think that's another thing as well. So, but again, it's immensely fascinating stuff. Yeah. But is it to do with the weather we're seeing now? Probably not. Oh, did I show that? I don't know. No idea. Okay, never mind. Oh, Sophia, sorry, just quickly.
We look at a fireworks display out there. Yes, this was in the, I think it was the south, towards the southwestern sky. We look at a fireworks display out there. It's towards the...
Right, does this look like a lantern? Might be wrong on that one.
It's a Farmingville area of Long Island. It was probably close to 8 o'clock at night. She saw a light.
Oh no!
At first she thought it was a firework, but then the light was hitting.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just like, man. Let's go back.
Yes.
Right. Does this look like a lantern?
This was in the. I think it was the south, towards the southwestern sky. We look at a fireworks display out there. It's towards the.
Yes. England has one in Wales, believe it or not. Russia has one. China has one. There's like 20 of them around the world. But yeah, we only talk about the US one, the one in Alaska. But yeah, there's multiple facilities around the world. I think China has got the one that's even more powerful than the one in Alaska, I think.
It's a Farmingville area of Long Island.
Again, this was taken on a phone camera. Look, it gives that trail-like effect.
It was probably close to 8 o'clock at night. She saw a light. that she at first she thought it was a firework, but then
It does look like it's on fire, doesn't
the
it?
light was hitting towards it, coming in our direction. And she tapped me on the shoulder and she says, "Does that look weird?" So I looked at it, says, "It's it's probably a plane." I waited until it got a little closer. Didn't notice any navigation lights. Noticed it was a very red, fiery red. As it got closer, we took our cameras out. Both me, I took out my cell phone. I have a good camera system on the cell phone. My wife took out her digital camera, and we both filmed it as it went more over towards the zenith, but off to the right of us where we were parked.
And so this is over land in Farmingville, New York?
Yes, this was over land. And
I'm not too sure on that one on other books, but if you want a proper book to talk about HAARP, I don't think I got it here. It's called Angels Don't Play This HAARP, but it's HAARP is spelled as like the facility is HAARP. Yeah, Angels Don't Play This HAARP. I think it came out in 1997 by Nick something. Nick, I can't remember his name, but yeah, that's like a full breakdown on what HAARP can actually do.
Yeah.
Just to devil's advocate, I think you actually acknowledged in the report that you wrote to me, you acknowledged very candidly that there was a fireworks display at Farmingville, New York.
Yes.
Could this have been fireworks or a Chinese lantern?
There we go, Ross. You're asking the hard questions, Ross. Congratulations.
No, this was self-propelled.
Yeah, Chinese lantern. The way they operate is that they lift up. They stay in the sky for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it just eventually the light blinks out and they descend. But when the light blinks out in this sort of setting here, you can actually see the actual tube section of the lantern.
And it was,
which would be black.
On it was as bright as probably brighter than an airliner. An airliner
Yeah,
had 600 watt
could be,
lights on
mate.
it. This is probably brighter than 600 watts.
It looks like it's on
The
fire,
light,
doesn't it?
light didn't hurt your eyes, but it was a
All right, skip it, Ed.
yes, raised.
I wasn't. So you should have.
Oval. Same thing. This is which tracked.
All right, yeah, cheers for that. That was
another,
awesome. So yeah, a red orb flying over Long Island. Awesome. All right, James Forrestal. It is an interesting figure. James Forrestal should be the key figure of the UFO cover-up. He was the first Secretary of Defense. If exotic materials was recovered, it crossed his desk. Before he mysteriously died, he warned of invisible power infiltrating at high levels and forces not human stirring events. And yes, obviously he was silent when he chucked himself out of the Bethesda hospital. She's up again. What's going on, Nick? Why are you... I'm not too sure why I brought this up. Anyway. Oh, yeah, right. So this is John Bell, Florida
That was
UFO.
cool, guys. I appreciate that flyby.
So my stream I'm looking to do will look a little bit greener than this, but you can actually pinpoint the stars a bit like this. See the moving objects there.
That was cool. It went right down the top.
Awesome. Yeah, we actually interviewed John Bell on Hidden Underbelly show, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Quiet game, mate. Right, what else we got here? A flying Mexican hat. Oh, bloody music. Could it be 3-Eye Atlas? Just gonna throw that one in there, you know. Oh, still going on 3-Eye Atlas. Honestly, it's doing my nutting. Not too sure. Not too sure. Could be a balloon. Oh, spooky music. Spooky music. Hey, Sadie, if you're here, I have you saved. Can you feel what's coming? Bloody rain. That's what I could say. Right, okay. First things first. We had the aurora that happened not long ago. And I knew it was coming, but once again, concerned citizen saying, nah, it's to do with HAARP. How beautiful. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? I actually caught the aurora. Where is it to? Have I got that? Where is it to? Yeah, so basically a massive, excuse me, a massive solar flare. It was a huge, biggest one of the year. Happened about 3 days ago. 4 days ago, something like that. And we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. We knew it was going to give off this incredible colors in the sky. But once again, it's to do with HARP. A black triangle. Oh, no, no more Ross. No more Ross. Yeah, this is it. Look, check this out. Oh, by the way, the people in Florida, no offense, you said that geoengineering's actually been cancelled in your area and you actually have no chemtrails over your sky. Well, I actually checked the satellite feeds the past couple of days because I've been making my chemtrail video, and you are still having trails over Florida because I can see it through the satellite feed. So you can stop saying, "Oh, we got crystal blue skies in Florida now, thanks to the banning of geoengineering." It's like, no, I've seen the satellite feed, and you're still getting trails. It's just that you've got the realization now. It's like, maybe they've been spraying in the distance and eventually actually worked its way towards Florida. But yeah, it's saying here, it's getting stronger. The palm trees is a reminder that I am in Florida and this is not normal. Oh dear. This is called the aurora, guys. All right. I know that HARP can actually make mimic the aurora borealis in the sky, but if you went on the actual tracker, the aurora tracker, it was literally the whole world was in it. Like, you can actually see the circumference of it. It literally covered the whole entire world. That's a lot of energy, and I doubt that HARP can actually do that. The whole worldwide. That's a lot of energy and a lot of power. But we knew it was coming because we saw the solar storm. But yeah, this idea that it's not normal, it's just one of those buzzwords that puts forward by the some sort of community. Can't think of the word then. Truth movement. Yeah, check this out. It's just trippy. Actually, that music's weird. It's like what starts and what ends and what begins. Do you know what I mean? It's like, where does it all start? Right, that's a stoner me talking right there. Is that Megyn Kelly? I kind of fancy it, to be honest with you. To be honest, but I'm going to skip over that. Right, Mr. Tucker Carlson had the man himself, Dane Wingington from geoengineeringwatch.com. Oh, thank God. Thank bloody God. Someone's got some common sense. Yes, the US government administration has not confirmed that chemtrails are real. Okay. It needs to be clarified. I think people are running with it. All right. Okay. They banned geoengineering and cloud seeding over a specific area, but the government itself has not talked about it. I mean, I know the fact checkers like, the skeptics is like, no, sometimes the skeptics are right. But I will just be very careful what these two people actually say, because Tucker Carlson is very, very religious. Anything has to be done, anything that's supernatural to do with devils and demons and stuff like that, which I'm not denying. But Dane Wingington, which is right here,
planes for their staff. That's being.
I've caught a few lies on this guy. He's been promoting a lot of the chemtrail analysis of the skies and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's mostly him pointing at things and saying that's the problem. But anyway, I'm not going to get triggered. We're not going to get triggered. We're going to move on. More chemtrail stuff. Oh my God, go away, Dane Wingington, for Christ's sake. I've got so much chemtrail stuff here. What the hell's going on? Oh no, I need to come out of that. There we go. Yeah, thanks, Bob. Thanks for that, mate. I do appreciate you doing that. There is one thing. Oh, yeah. Right. The mysterious fog. Okay. So, concerned citizen once again promoting fear. The mysterious fog, which has its own unique smell, comes with many people claiming that they've been falling ill after the exposure, just returned this weekend over Europe. Every time we have the fog, now it's blamed on toxic fog. Where's the music? Okay, first things first, guys. That's what fog actually looks like. Okay, fog has happened for many, many years. I don't understand why now it's somehow a biological weapons experiment to make people ill. You do realize the food, the water we drink, yes, the air we breathe and all that, but just to say every time it sees fog, we now are in a biological weapons test. It's just... Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Hopefully someone's put like a realistic comment here. Yes, congratulations. That's fog. That's what actually fog looks like. What was that, mate?
This isn't fog.
All right. Okay, Mr. Scientist. Oh, please someone put a nice comment on there. What the fuck am I watching? I've never seen that. I've seen that for many, many years. It's nothing new. Oh, God. I've worked nights for 27 years, and this is natural. Don't be a dumbass. Oh, thank you. Actually, I'm going to like that one now. I'll give you a like. Thanks, God, for that. Someone's got common sense. Guys, listen to me very, very carefully. This is what fog actually looks like. It's nothing nefarious about it. It's just concerned citizens doing what he does best. A bunch of fear mongering and misinformation. Welcome to the truth movement. Right. Secondly, I suffer from tinnitus bad. Okay, I have excess pressure that's in my. Just imagine this. You know when you're going in a plane and you're taking off and your ears like you want to pop your ears and you can, and you can almost like hear yourself speak. Well, I have that 24/7 plus a multitude of sounds and frequencies. People blame it on 5G. That's just retarded. No, I actually have a real problem because I've actually spoken to doctors. But when I hear videos like this, the sounds will rest your brain. Listen for 12 seconds. That is what I'll hear 24/7. All right, let's go back. Listen. Okay, again. Okay, that's my tinnitus. Okay, that is what I hear 24/7 a day. This is the most stupid video I've ever seen. You know, it literally, I sometimes cry during the night because it's that bad, you know, and I can't get any answers of it. When you keep on hearing sounds like this piercing sound, that's called tinnitus. That's what actually having tinnitus is like, and it does not calm your brain. Okay, listen. Again, the crap this person puts on, it's just to show you how much like misinformation and fear mongering concerned citizen puts. It's got over 1.1 million followers, for Christ's sake. Yeah, crazy. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. Check out this crazy shit. It's just weird. Exactly. Gives me a headache, mate, to be honest with you, but green tea. And it's just creepy, isn't it? It's got that sort of have you heard of like Arkman, who's the people that make Wallace and Gromit? In the early 80s, used to make stuff like this. It's just like, oh yeah, that's it. That's the people that do it. It just looks weird. It's got that sort of style to it, isn't it? Right. Okay. I've bitched enough on X. Let's come out of that because, yeah, I've literally gone to so many doctors and ear tests and stuff like that. It's not my eardrums are perfect, well, ish, but the tinnitus, it's like I can pop my ears, so I can continuously hear myself speak, and it does look like nightmare fuel, mate. But what's happened is it's just that I get this. I mean, I can hear it now. This very, very high pitch. So in that video, take the highest pitch sound and play that 24/7 for the rest of your life. And it also have like ocean waves. So it goes, and it also has very, very high pitch. So you have different sort of tones. I mean, I think my brain just kind of managed to tune it out. But when I start thinking about it, that's when it sort of triggers it a little bit. But it's I can never ever experience silence. People say you can hear silence. Like I just hear a bunch of like ringing in my ear, mate. That's all I can hear. And it's sorry, but it's loud. It's like really loud. But I think my brain sort of kind of coped with it to a certain degree. But there are days where if my anxiety is set off and all that, it just doesn't help. Doesn't help. But maybe I can get sorted out. Maybe. We'll see. Right. Book time. And I'll bring up some photographs in a minute. We're going to have a bit of a laugh. So, I got a book. Yes, music is good. In fact, I got 3 hearing aids from the NHS. And they're like, it can link it up to your phone. So you can take calls from it and stuff like that. It's in like a little wire. Honestly, you won't be able to see it. It's like a little thing here. It goes in the back of your ear. And I've got an app and it shows like different tones, different sort of sounds. And I noticed that rain, fire, the crackling of the fire and ocean waves help. So, yeah, here's what it is, mate. Right, book time. Should we see what book this is? Because I have absolutely no idea what it is, mate. Question: did anyone see the message I posted in chat about Benjamin Forrest? Just wondering, mate. Sometimes YouTube don't put comments. Rebecca, you had problems with the comments, isn't it, last week? I don't understand why. I'm not too sure if I saw it, mate. Pull up again. Be interesting to see. So let's open book. Let's open that book. So I bought off eBay, not knowing what it actually is. Right, let's have a look. So you can actually see it. So what is this? What is this book I bought? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Right, I bought that. The Flying Saucer Story by Binksley L. Portrench. There we go. Another rarish book. That came from Urban Fox. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. This came out in. Oh, it's not science fiction, is it? I think it's. Hold on, let's have a look. Oh, came out in 1966. Oh, it's got that old book smell. Oh, I just got a massive waft of it. Oh, no, it's actually to do with UFOs and all that. Oh, fair enough. So what are your pictures? Oh, it stinks. That's one thing I can't. Look at some pictures, some galaxies. All that Free Eye Atlas is there. And that. Yeah, I like these old books, but there's one thing, Rebecca, is it's the smell. I don't like the old book smell. Some classic flying saucers from the 50s and 60s. Awesome, awesome. Oh, Timothy Good books, Above Top Secret. I think I got that there somewhere. I think so. So yeah, I bought this book not knowing what it was. See if you've got anything interesting. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we can always do a breakdown of this. Sorry, I'm ignoring you. Yep, there we go. Look at that. Flying Saucer Story from Brinsley. Thank you, Brinsley. That guy in the back there. So, yeah, there we go. Right. Very good point. No, we just got that at the top there, which is the date, 1969. 1969. Well, it's a bit like when I bought Bob this here, UFO Photographs Volume 1 by Rendell C. Stevens. Believe it or not, the guy didn't know, but he actually signed it. Look, he actually signed it. But then you found out that the guy's actually a child molester. Welcome to ufology. That's not a joke, by the way. He literally was banged up in prison for like 6 years for touchy-feely women and girls. And it makes me go, should I still buy these books? I was like, oh. Yeah, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That's true. Oh yeah, I still got to send you a message on that one, mate. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I mean, I think I've got Timmy Feed's book above top secret here. I think I do. Oh, really? Have you got like a link to any sort of videos on that? Because I'd quite like to do a video on Royston Forest. But like I said, there's so many different avenues to go down. But if you got, Moody, someone that actually is related to or know of the case, who was there at the time of the incident, I'll be interested to hear. The US base housed a shit ton of nukes. They were then to be moved in various bases across Europe. This was highly secret at the Rim. I think time there, mate. The British at the same time were testing DoD weapons. Ah, right. In the location of Royston Forest. Right, okay. All right, well, tell you what. I'm going to save that comment and I can save that into my notes because... Yeah, well, I was looking into it because I was going to do a show on it with Hidden, but it was like a couple of days before the live show. And as I was going into it, I was like, oh, this is just like, there's so many different avenues. I didn't know where to go, where to start. But I keep on hearing that theory that DoD weapons were actually used. And they were around that area were using a lot of secret materials, I believe. But yeah, no, thanks for that, mate. No, much appreciated. Much appreciated. Right, we're going to get to photographs here. Okay, and then we'll end the show at some point. Okay, so but don't laugh, all right? Because you are going to see some photographs of me. Excuse me. All right, let's have a look. No, go away, Nick. All right, okay. So I was experimenting with my camera, and that was a bus going past the street. Isn't that cool? The sort of was it called slow capture effect? No. Anyway, so yeah, I was in my garden the other night, and I managed to capture Starlink with my 2007 camera. Is a Fuji Fine Pixel S7000. You can get them pretty cheap on Amazon, but I'll tell you what, really good camera still to this day. And I caught this like really cool sort of effect in the sky. I was trying to get like the moonlight shining. But yeah, it's not a bad camera, actually. It's not a bad camera. Oh, that's me filming. Okay. Oh, yeah. Check this out. I found this cloud fly over. I love these high altitude clouds. And I managed to get a time lapse of it. Check this out. To see how it just appears from nowhere. I know it's kind of gay. I know. All right, enough of the clouds. Everyone's getting bored. Right, apparently the DoD weapons nearly blew up the entire stockpile. Fucking hell. The explosions would have made Tarza Bomba look small. Did I say that right? If they blew, it would have vaporized the whole of the UK, wipe out Europe. Really? Fucking hell. Bloody hell, they got fucking close there, didn't it? Better to cover it up with aliens and other disinformation stories. However, the DoD weapons they got at the end of it would slow your reading down, Nick. The DoD weapons they got at the end of it would allow us to blow up enemy nukes in their silos. Really? Bloody hell. An ultimate weapon, if you will. Yeah, sounds like it. Wow, that's like a massive. So keep it secret. Yeah, I don't want the government knocking on my door. Oh, that's interesting, Moody. Yeah, thanks for that, man. Well, it gives me some sort of basis to work on. But yeah, immensely fascinating because I know that area was dealing with a lot of DoD weaponry and especially high hazardous materials. But that's how far I really got with it. Or in the area above of their cities. Ah, interesting. So this lady here says, "Baby, don't be fooled. Not Northern Lights." Yes, it is. Moving on. Went outside to check the Northern Lights, and I saw this thing fly over the sky. It looks like a line, but the individual line. Thing is, if you have slow shutter speed, that will create that effect. If it's like a ball of light, it will create like this like line effect. It's a bit like that photograph I've taken in the sky there. It's got a slow shutter speed, and it will give off. I swear to God, there's only like 3 like dots in the sky, but it just goes to show it will create this sort of effect. Bear in mind, my camera's like nearly 20 years old, so all things change. Okay, moving from that. So yeah, this is an interesting photograph. But I want to go into kind of links into possibly Starlink. Yeah, this was taken in 1966, November the 13th, 1966. Barbara, the amateur astronomer, Ralph Ditter Jr. of Roswell, Ohio, took several spectacular photos of a daylight disk. Later, Raytheon subject them to a photograph analysis. The report states that the object in the photo is 3-4 inches in diameter, not 30 feet as claimed by Ditter. The object is not to be a considerable distance, but mere 3-4 feet from the camera lens, and the photos are not taken in rapid succession, but approximately 70 minutes has elapsed between photos. Also, the number of the backs of the photographs are out of sequence with Ditter's story. Fuck it. Did that make any sense what I just bloody said? Right, check this out. This kind of reminds me of the Haunaboo. The Nazi flying saucer with the gun turret underneath it. Ideally, not the best photograph to zoom into. Hold on. Okay, this might sound a bit... Look, can you see like a square? Does that mean anything? Yes, Germans again. Is that a sign of a fakery? Ah, no, because this is 60s, isn't it? No, it's not 60s. Yeah, 1966. So, yeah, there was no CGI stuff going on at that time in terms of that sort of photograph. But if you sort of zoom in a little bit, you kind of make out a little gun turret underneath there. Compression. Yes, that's it. That's it. Tricky one, isn't it? But nevertheless, really good sighting. And these are your typical flying saucers you see back in the 1960s. Very, very common thing you will see in the sky. Absolutely for sure. But yeah, these are the originals. Look at that. Original. Right there. Awesome. Right. Oh, guess what? So this is my girlfriend's mother, who sadly is no longer with us. She passed away of cancer 2006. Okay. But this is a photograph taken of her in a nightclub. Now, what can you see? I'll just leave it there for you. She was a psychic. She had her own like psychic business and all that. What was it called? I can't think of the bloody name. What's the name called? Psychic business. What am I talking about? readings or something like that. You know, she was in that sort of, you know, realm. But what can you see next to her? That. Now, look at the photograph itself and just try to make out. It is, yes, that's very, very 80s. Very, I think probably late 80s, early 90s. Medium. Thank you, Bunchu Saxon. A good forget the word. Yes. Medium. Yes. But in that odd, you almost got like a figure in the back there behind her. I just kind of see a smear. Yeah, this is it. I was kind of looking whether or not like a piece of hair came on the lens. Some sort of light source as well. Yeah, glare. This is it. But I arguably, if that's even a word that's right to pronounce, it cuts off. Lens flare, yeah, could be. But the hair, that's what I thought first of all, and the light scenario. I don't know. It's just odd, isn't it? It's just a bit odd, I have to admit. Right. I'm just preparing myself. Hold on. So last week we had a little bit of a laugh, didn't we? We had a finger. Yes, could be a finger. Bear in mind, you know, I caught. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I just got to mentally prepare myself. Hold on. Buy 420 in. Just really quickly. So I was on Grok. So yeah, last week I showed this. So this is me in 2007. I was actually in a cemetery where they do the crematoriums. That's where like that's ashes and all that, right? And stop laughing, awkward boner. How dare you? You should be a hard one for if that turns you on, Paul. But right, okay. Oh dear. All right, hold on. So when I was on Grok, right, I was like, I was just curious because yeah, ideally I do look like a girl. I do look like a girl, right? So I said in Grok, I put the photograph in. I said, Grok, can you tell me what gender this person is? And do you know what it bloody done? It done that. It gave me a wonky eye. How is that? Hold on, wait a minute. That is taking the piss. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm going to show you that again properly. No, get off. I want to show the awkward photograph. No, Nick, the awkward photograph. There we go. Right. I've got things to say. Why is my got Down syndrome eye? All I put was, what gender do you think this person is? And that's what I came up with. I didn't even ask for a photograph. Hey, Sadie, how's it going? I didn't even ask for a photograph. It just gave me that. So yeah, that I get. Look, gonna be honest with you. All the men in chat, you would definitely do that, wouldn't you? Do not deny. Oh yeah, got a necklace and all that. No tits. But yeah, that's what Grok did. Thank you so much, Grok. I thought it was worth showing you as a bit of a laugh. Home and away eyes. Yeah, one eye looking at the stream and one eye looking at the bank account. That's what it is, mate. Give me a flipping wonky bonky eye. Come on. What's going on? But I tell you what, A for effort. Yes, catfish. Right. Do you want to see how long my hair was? That was me back in a year after, I think. I saw bingo eyes. That's me. Yeah, it was Slipknot. That's my hair. Look at that. That's some proper long hair. That was me moshing out, having a good time. Have I got another one?
There's me. There's another photograph of me. Not that gay looking. Actually, no, kind of. We look at it. Actually, I'm still wearing a vest. Still wearing a vest. Only different now. I've got 90s hairstyle. Like that. But yeah, back in the day when I was drummer. When I was a drummer. Right. Oh, here's another photograph of you. Right. No more awkward boner photographs of me, all right? Because I don't want to get the men excited here. Okay. Jesus Christ. It's absolutely embarrassing. I can't believe Grok did that. I don't deserve that type of punishment. Do you know what I mean? Oh, right. Anyway, so I took this photograph at a party 2007. I think this is more or less a shadow. Let's bring it a bit bigger. There you go. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I went to music college. In fact, this was my music college party at someone's house. And she says her place was haunted. So I came over, getting pretty drunk, and I took this photograph. Now, all in honesty here, Trump were like, bummer. Oh, dear. But yeah, when I saw this, I thought it was like a shadow on the wall, but it kind of looks 3D, innit? It kind of looks like a human figure. I mean, if you look at that pot, that plant pot, the shadow is actually covering over it. Or do you think it's a reflection of somebody actually on the wall? And it's just how crappy the camera is taken at the time? Hey, YY4s, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Oh, you're on portrait mode, mate. If you click onto the Alien Addict, you see the landscape portrait version. So you could come see the photograph a bit bigger. I don't know. It's got a strange effect to it. Did I take that on my phone? It must have done. Thank you, Sophia. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's the link for it. What else have I got here? Oh, right, Shadow Man. This is it. It kind of looks like a shadow. Look, like I said, look at the pot. It actually covers it. But bear in mind, it's not great photograph. It's a bit potato camera like, you know what I mean? So when I was outside today, it's been pissing down with rain, absolutely hammering it down. And I went outside purely because some people in chat were saying that the orbs going up were actually not raindrops. But believe it or not, you can see it right here. Look. And you know what it's like in England at the moment, guys? It's absolutely hammering it down. All right, I learned to play guitar, but I can't get my fingers in the right place. No, literally, I'd just rather play bass. It's probably easier, to be honest with you. Yeah, rain. That's no orb. Sorry, everything you are seeing here is rain, and this was taken before the show. All right, and why? Which is obviously my garden here. You can see this orb going up, but it's just a weird thing that the camera does. It like there's another one there. You would have thought it'd be going down, but no, it actually goes up. So yeah, that is rain, my friend. So if you're outside and you're doing a bit of ghost hunting, you might find orbs or raindrops like this. Even moisture as well. It's a bit humid outside, I guess. Here's another photograph. Oh, there we go. Ah, pretty. That's what my missus told me. Anyway, moving on. So anyway, when oh yeah, it's another one. Look at the orbs. Oh god, yes, it's called reflection. Yes, obviously a reflection of the water droplets. But once again, look, strange, odd. It's not strange. Oh my. Yeah, there we go. Moving on. So I was ghost hunting in my own home. And look what I found. Look. Here's my cat chilling. Still there. Yeah, look at that. Look at my bird of paradise. It's huge. It's actually touching the ceiling now. Yeah. So I caught some orbs and a fucking cat. Look. That's creepy. Darling, you're creeping me out. Oh, bless. But yeah, look.
Look at the orbs. Don't spoil it. So we've got loads of orbs and jizz all over the place. You can see the orbs here. You've got a moving orb here. Look at that. So I think we've got some spirits. Yeah, definitely a demon. Absolutely 100% a demon. There's some more orbs here. Have I got one more? Yeah, look at that. Cluster of orbs. Do you know what I actually did? I got a towel and I was next to the towel. I was down on the ground here. I turned the light off, put the flash on the camera, which was this camera right here from 2007. And I shook the towel like that. And I took a sequence of photographs. And it comes up with a bunch of dust. This is dust, guys. All right. So it's not Klaxar or, you know, some sort of spiritual entity or something like that. It's dust. All right. Because I did take a sequence of photographs before I did the shaking of the towel and nothing showed up. But yeah, humidity, orbs, yes. But that was me shaking a very old towel that needed to be washed. And it's most likely, like Rebecca says, dust. Yes, there we go. So at least you know what dust looks like. So I'm going to continue doing more of these analysis of orbs. I do find it fascinating, and I do have better things to do in my time. But again, I'm a recluse. I'm very reserved. So cemeteries it is. But yeah, I always find it fascinating. Oh my god, dude, you're scared. That's creepy. That kind of looks like a demon. Darling, you look like a demon. It's got a cute face. It's actually a really cute cat, I have to admit. Oh yeah, no, I'm not denying real orbs, and you know, when I'm in the shamanic realm, I have to admit, I do see the black shadow, but I don't interact with it because I don't want to give it permission to sort of creep me out. Before I finish up, Rebecca sent me an email, which I need to respond to, Rebecca. I will do. But you mentioned something. On the email. Which one should I do? And this is a recommendation, I have to admit. Oh, which one should I do? Let's pick that one up there. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's come out of that. So on Saturday or Sunday, me and the missus sat down and we watched Frankenstein on Netflix. Really, really, really good. I have to admit, it's a different interpretations, adaptation, a different theme of Frankenstein. And obviously, this is Frankenstein here, or Frankenstein monster, I should say. But yeah, immensely good. I know, Rebecca, what do you think of it? I thought it was pretty good. I'm not going to spoil anything. But we all see like Frankenstein, you know, as the traditional Frankenstein, but this is like a different take of it. But I would definitely recommend it, guys. Definitely recommend it. It's I enjoyed it. Bear in mind, I was absolutely blazed. 420. Brilliant. Yeah, it's brilliant. I wouldn't say it's really good. It's actually really enjoyable. And I have to admit, it was one of the most stoned viewings I've ever been. Like literally, I took an edible and I was absolutely mashed. And even I can tell through my highness, it was still a good movie. Really, really good. Wankenstein. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really watch a lot of TV. I just like to do a lot of books and just like prepare for like shows and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything, Sadie, but it's definitely worth a watch. 100%. Definitely is really, really good. It's actually brilliant. Also, something I am absolutely thrilled about. You're probably going to see it here. They have finally announced The Mummy 4. Oh my god, I can't wait. I absolutely same here. I don't pay for TV license, so up yours, BBC. I blank refuse to give any money to the BBC, but nevertheless, The Mummy 4 is officially happening. I had a huge crush on Rachel Weisz in The Mummy 2. Yeah, and her as well. That it's all a bit nudie now, isn't it? Bloody hell. But yeah, the Mummy, The Mummy 4, I'm so looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure they bring the old characters back as well. So yeah, and hope Brendan Fraser gets in shape. I feel sorry for him, man. Oh, I remember that scene as well. She's hot as fuck. Nick, calm down. But yeah, The Mummy, absolutely love that movie. Absolutely loved it. Have I got anything else I can show? Oh, right. One more thing. So yes, me and the missus are big Mummy fans. The Mummy, I should say, not like Mummy. Right, okay. Couple more videos just to round off. These are going to be some further episodes I want to do on specific subjects, and I think I'll have to go more or less into the conspiracy realm. Ever heard of Max Spear before? Okay, Max Spear, he was a very hardcore conspiracy theorist. Mysteriously passed away in Poland not a few years ago. I think I saw Max Spears at a conference, but how can I say this? It's quite obvious that he was on drugs for a vast majority of his interviews, especially the ones that he did on Basis Project. And there's like one wild speculation that he was infected by like black goo and stuff like that. But I did speak to his promoter at the time, and he said that he was pretty much on drugs. And this was at a conference when I was speaking to. But I want to do an episode on Max Spear. So this is just a 5-minute video of him explaining. And listen to how he speaks. And does he sound like he's drunk?
Putting a human being into a low vibrational state by creating a circumstance in their life that puts them into a depressive state would then give off an energy that they like, because they like the sadness, fear, trauma, and especially tears. So somebody, with their head in their hands crying, is the energy is called Loosh, Loosh, and it's very, very high powered energy. So for them, very, very, very. So they would somehow calculate an event, even in dreams. I mean, I've had dreams where I've been crying in a dream. And I know that the 4D it's been mixed and done so that would happen. Yeah. So they're addicted to doing that. They're also addicted to the adrenochrome, which is in the blood. Which, when you bring a human being to the highest state of fear that it can be in, the most extreme state of fear, chemical is run through the body called adrenochrome. And if it's not a nice topic, but if the blood is then got from them at that point, that chemical adrenochrome is inside the blood.
Yes.
So you take that, and if that is consumed, the high from the adrenochrome is the highest.
He said the no word on for YouTube, but anyway,
it's high that you can.
But guys, did this sound drunk to me? Yeah, because he was also on very, very high powerful medication. Like, is it like fentanyl? Not fentanyl. That's a paracetamol. It's almost like it's the same equivalent to like heroin, and that's not just me. That was the I can't say his name. I don't want to give him away, but it was basically the promoter of Max Spear told me that at a restaurant.
and he told me literally everything. I was like, right. So fortunately, he was a drug addict. You know, that's just one thing. But you can listen to how he speaks. I mean, am I supposed to take this guy seriously?
You can get.
So
So that is sold on the black market. It's black. Satanists sell it.
So that's why they do those rituals.
Yes, that's one of the reasons. Yeah.
What?
There you go. So I will do like a follow up on. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, methadone. Very, very powerful and very, very addictive. It's like a whole rabbit hole to go down on this one with Max Spear. So I will want to do like an episode on it. Yeah, he sounds wrecked, to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I have to admit. Halfway to Aussie. Yeah, this is it. Well, there's this like conspiracy behind whether or not he was actually poisoned by this black goo because he knew too much. And again, it's it's like a whole rabbit hole behind it, man. You know, so I might do an episode on it. I think the BBC did a program on him. Yeah, it's more or less like in the underground conspiracy movement, basically, Max Spear. But yeah, in due course, we will. I will anyway do a follow up on Max Spear. But I just want to show you basically what he talks about. But yeah, it should be interesting. Yeah. So I in one way with Alien Addict, I know I stick with UFOs, but at the same time, I've got to delve into sort of like conspiracy realm stuff. Just got to be careful, you know. Right, one thing. Remember James, James with his intergalactic metallic dildo? He went live just before I went live today. It's not looking good, guys. I think he might have been kidnapped. Wait for it. Where is he to? Where are you to, James? Where's your dildo at? Oh, there you are. So he was actually going to attempt to open it. So what I'm going to do, just going to spend 5 minutes. Sorry, Rebecca and Sophia. And One True Saxon. It's the real deal here. I'm just following the nonsense. When the nonsense does get exposed, we can call it out instead of "I told you so." So yeah, this was taken 3 hours ago. My God, he's getting a lot of viewers at the moment, isn't it? So check this out. God bless James. Make it bigger. Hey, I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. I'll be like, James, did you rub it 3 times? Have you called Bloody Blue so you should buy it off you? Woo! Right. So basically, what he's planning to do is opening day. He's been building it up. He's gonna find out actually what's inside, but something happens. It's okay, James. It's all right.
It does have power. It's in Milwaukee. Look, it's full.
Cool.
Anyway, I guess we'll begin. I'm gonna go right in a hole there. Is this a good idea, guys?
I think it's a good idea, James. Isn't that right, Bob?
So over here, everybody says do it. Say don't do it. Sponsor. There is no sponsor.
Why are you bringing up sponsorship?
I hope somebody will at least save this in case I die. It's just making me feel bad already, but anyway.
Go on then. Let's have a laugh.
We'll start on 1. Well, we can't put in 1. I guess we'll start at 2.
It's like Beyond Hidden Show.
this guy is riding it for what it's worth, and it's so funny just to see the people falling for it. Oh my god, it's hilarious.
What is that?
It gets better.
No, 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 I'm sorry.
Compose yourself, James. Compose yourself. You want disclosure, mate? I'm giving you disclosure. Okay. So basically, that happened, right? Had a bit of a spaz effect going on. He's wanking. Okay. And then basically for the whole... As I was watching this live before the show, I was like, oh my God, is he all right? Obviously, he's faking. And then it goes blank, sort of, and it goes silent for the last like 20 minutes, like just like that. You can hear this. I think people in chat said it. Obviously, you're taking a piss, but people in chat saying it sounds like you're in the car. So I did the James thing. Basically saying that this. Apologies, I said it won't burp. Basically saying that this is him being kidnapped and being put into a car. So I'm just going to continue playing, and then eventually the stream comes to an end. Yeah, there you go. All right. So one more time. Okay. God bless you, James.
What is that? No, 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 I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does sound like he's wanking. For fuck's sake. Sex face. This is obviously horseshit. I know, right? Obviously did a twinker. Oh my god, sorry I have to show you that, guys. Bell end. Perfect. You know what? I'm just gonna end it there. Sophia, wow, spot on. Yes. I cannot take this guy seriously. Look, listen, if that was an actual extraterrestrial probe device dildo, the army would have been on it instantly. Okay. And as I've been following James since the beginning, actually the first video that is not on his video the first video that he uploaded is actually not on his page. It's actually on Third Phase of Moose's page. Go figure. So basically you got that going on, and he's been riding bits and pieces, put a little bit of videos out there. It's clearly taking the mickey, and I'm just going to call it out for what it is. Actually, Paul was going to put this perfectly. YouTube theatre. Total theatre. It's just for clicks and views and preying off the stupidity of people in the UFO community. Sorry to say, I don't want to sound like that guy. I'm trying to be nice here. But there's worse things I can say about James. But look, he's taking the piss. So it's a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun, guys. You know, it's what it looks like a dildo. It acts like a dildo. It most certainly is a dildo. Third phase of moon. Right, I think that's it, guys. I don't think I have anything else. I'm just going to go through everything here. I've said things I shouldn't say. Max Spears said a couple of words you shouldn't say. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. The outcome of Alien Addict. Right, I think that's everything. X, all that. Okay, cool. Right. I'm going to end it there. Coming up to 3 hours. Bang, right there. Bang on 3 hours. So, yes, I'm going to end it there for this Friday show. I'll be back on Tuesday for, Cock and Balls. This right here. This is another edition, November, December. And we're going back to 1998. And what we got here, Chupacabra. We've got Antarctica stuff, KGB secret files. Remember that crash that happened there. This is Britain's oldest UFO photo.
and alien implant. So yeah, come check me out on Tuesday as we'll do. It'll have to be like 2 parts, okay? So it'll be part 1 of this breakdown of ufology in 1998. So yeah, that'll be it. So come say goodbyes now, guys. It's really, really good that you keep turning up. It's the reason why I do Alien Addicts and keep coming each week, because it's I do enjoy it. You know, I do like to have a laugh. You know, again, I'm very critical of ufology, and like I said, 95% of ufology is BS, but we can still look at that 5% and have a good time with it. You know what I mean? So Paul Robertson, thank you for coming in, man. Much appreciated as always. Sheep pop pop. Sophia, don't overdo it, Sophia. And yeah, love your live streams. I keep catching you right at the end. Sometimes you go at lunch, which is quite nice. And hopefully get those nice clear sky days to see your lovely view that you have. YY Falls as well. Thanks for coming in, man. I'm just going to go back down to the bottom. Puffel. Oh, sorry, Puffel. I didn't say hello to you. I do apologize, mate. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, man. And thanks for being in the show. Mark Jeffrey, YY Falls, Sadie, John Strokes, anyone else, Susan, chat, come say goodbye now, and we'll end it off for this show on Friday. Much appreciated, guys. So what I'm planning to do, and green tea, thank you, green tea. Wow, right across the pond, lovely. I hope having better weather we are having here. It's terrible at the moment. So yes, catch you Tuesday for a review of the magazine. And if not, I'll catch you on Friday. So it's much appreciated, guys. Thank you, Sophia. Much appreciated. And yeah, I'll catch you then. So until next time, they're watching you, they're watching us, watching them. I'll see you then or whenever. Take care.